Alright, test 1, 2, mic looking good, I see camera, and I see pillars in the back. Welcome everyone to another episode of Muckle Extremes this Monday. And we are picking right back up in Pillars of Eternity to Deadfire. I am your charming, self-proclaimed, yet still humble host Muckluck, and I will be taking you on this magical journey. Fading out the pretzel here, diving right back into it. Well, yesterday we had just gotten the vision from the different gods barking orders at us. We told them this was bullshit. And yeah, we're back on our boat now. This is the first time we've been on our boat where we weren't in combat or fighting for our life.
Sure is an adventure, ain't it?
So let's see what we can do here.
Just think of all the places we can sail to, all the sights we could see. This is nothing like being stuck on a farm, or cloistered in the back of a temple.
She wraps her sickle against her thigh as she studies the boat's layout. Satisfied by what she sees, she tilts her head to you with a small smile.
Tell me what's on your mind?
What are your thoughts on Aothos?
We talking during the Saints' War, or after he died?
I mean, right now, stomping around, draining everybody's souls, really. Now.
Then you mean gone. Sure, maybe my god still answers to Aothos as well. Why not? But Aothos died, and death requires change. He ain't what he was. Not in exactly the same way. That's why I think his other aspect, his darkness in the light, is what's burning brighter in him now.
That's a lot of nice words for someone stomping
No
around
need to feel
genociding
around.
right
I'm
now.
glad we talked.
Alright. Arena, I think that's the chef who had the broken leg. She doesn't have much to say. Engrim. Gods, I need a drink. Aloth.
Thank you again for maintaining my story in front of Vanessa and the others. I didn't enjoy deceiving them, but it seemed simpler than the alternative.
Does it matter? It's not like you're gonna see him again.
I suppose not. But I considered them friends. Surely that counts for something.
I thought we were friends.
You stood with me through more than anyone I've ever known. But a lot has happened over the last 5 years. At your suggestion, I took up Theos's mantle after we parted company.
I did not make that suggestion.
I wanted to use the Leaden Key to improve the lives of Kith. So for 5 years, I've been tracking down Leaden Key circles, searching for the places where they operate in secret, hoping they can be reformed.
And how's that been going?
The task has been more difficult than I anticipated.
Listen.
I don't think I fully understood the weight of the decisions I would have to make, or the burden of living with them. It was much easier when I only had to follow someone else's lead.
Hey! Oh my god, Mr.
father's,
Skaith!
Theos's,
Dude!
yours.
Seeing you is like seeing a shiny Pokemon, my friend. How are you doing? I haven't talked to you outside of Discord in what feels like ages. It's been dog years, surely.
After we defeated Theos, I thought the hard part of changing the Leaden Key would be tracking down its members and operations.
I thought it would be pulling off that headdress. Adir seems pleased. Zati nibbles on her lips to hide a smile.
Perhaps this would be easier with an example. I went to a village in Old Avelia. A run-down backwater of a place. Aye, right home like it was.
His expression shifts as Isilmir briefly emerges. Oh, I did not travel with Aloth enough in the first game to understand his split personality. A past iteration of Aloth's soul, Isilmir was a brash, Hyle-speaking elven woman who lived in Adir long ago. She awakened in Aloth's soul after his father attacked him and frequently got him into trouble with her cheeky comments and aggressive behavior. It goes eating chips and watching crazy sovereign citizens on YouTube. Oh gosh. I try to avoid watching real people in, like, real-life events on YouTube because I usually end up angry at the world.
Centuries ago, the Leaden Key had intervened to end some heretical cult. The details were lost, but what had endured was a practice of ritual bloodletting. A gruesome, pointless tradition. At every full moon, the villagers would feed the soil with their blood, No one, young or old, sick or hale, was exempt.
What did you do?
I thought new leadership might guide them away from this practice. So I adjusted some of the deeds pertaining to the ownership of their land. It just so happened that a nearby Contessa, a rather prosperous one, had a claim on the village, and the fertile fields around it.
Agreed, Skaith. And then?
The Contessa annexed the village, as I'd planned. But she did nothing about the bloodletting ritual. And while it continued, she taxed the villagers to pay for the plantation she was building. And conscripted half of them to defend it.
If you barely understood the ritual, how did you expect to stop it?
I had to do something, didn't I? I keep wondering what I might have done differently, or how I could have known better.
Learning from mistakes is a good start.
I suppose so. I should get some rest. It's been a long day, and you've given me a lot to think about.
Alright, we'll talk later. Okay, we could talk to a deer, but let's not do that right now. Alright, so we're heading up to the main deck. I think we're parked out in the water, because we were in the middle of open water, I think, when my guys started having the vision that started the big thing yesterday. Alright, Beodol, Seraphim. So we just annihilated the pirate city yesterday. I accidentally got them mad at me, and I killed everybody. So let's see what Seraphim has to say about that.
Ahoy, Captain. What can I do you for?
Tell me about Romaro.
Ain't much there to be told, Cap.
You could tell me or walk the plank? Oh my god. Oh, I guess you don't want my help with it either.
Well, if you be planning to be a right cock about it. Me and Romaro, we served together back on the Sorcerer. I'll be owing a man a good turn or two. If I can be making good on that debt, I will.
That's it?
That be it, Captain.
Okay. He called me a right cock. Shitty pack. Rum dum brigadier.
Agrassima, Casita, for taking me on.
Alright. That's it. We've made our rounds of the whole boat. Still trying to figure out... Okay, so that's like the ship cannon. I don't see a way to like look at the stats of the sailor. Unless I can only do that when I'm in port or something? That's kind of weird. Alright. Well, let's head up to the world map. Like, I can switch the sailors to different jobs, but the tutorial showed me that there was a way to actually look at, like, who was best for each job. And have not been able to pull that interface up unless I can only do it in the shipyard. You received an important missive from Captain Ferranti. Read. Dear Watcher, I find myself in need of someone with your particular brand of talents. As our last business transaction went so grandly, I'd appreciate the opportunity to hire you again. If you're interested, please convene with me in Dunagi. To our fortunate proceedings, Captain Ferranti. Alright. So Dunagi's over there. Main quest is to go to Neketaka. I think Neketaka is going to have like more potential companions. So let's work on clearing islands in that direction. I got some water. Cavern of Zar Tuk-Tuk. We're gonna tap that quick save button because some of these fights have been brutal. And go to the Howling Gorge. The desert wind carries a sibilant susurrus to your ears from the canyon ahead. Punctuated by cracks and pops, it reminds you of eggs on a hot pan or a fire in a dry bush. The low growl that accompanies it, however, raises the hair on the back of your neck. Listen closely with perception. Looks like he's got the highest. The sound resolves into a rhythmic chittering, slowly and cyclically rising and falling. It sounds like a chorus of voices, inhuman voices. Search for the presence of other minds. Oh, Cypher. Okay. Linza's eyes slide closed and breathing slows. You feel the faint tingle of the Cypher's abilities probing the edge of your own soul before turning outward. Linza's eye cap got twixt 3 and 5 minds ahead. One of them be right goddamn big and twice as hungry. Seraphin scowls. Seraphin's not even here. Continue cautiously forward. Hey, Hurrytron! How's it going, my friend? Welcome, welcome. You carefully enter the desert canyon, keeping to the shade cast by the tall standing stones. Ahead of you, a group of Zarips chant, hopping back and forth on skinny legs, shaking their spears. Nested between them rises the black and leathery form of a drake. The creature's wings rise above it as it tears at the corpse of a boar at its feet. Continue watching. With a mighty twist of its muscular neck, the drake tears the boar in half. It rises up on its legs, lifting its head, and swallows the back half of the boar whole. A lump of the animal visibly travels down the reptile's throat. One of the Zorips hops forward. It tears its feathered headdress from its head and tosses it aside. It drops its staff a moment later and spreads its arms before the drake. The large beast peers down at the Zarip, then with a flash of movement, eats the smaller wilder in a single bite. The other Zarips cheer, banging their spears against their shields. Use the distraction to sneak closer. This is probably going to fail. I have very low stealth. Wow, success? I'm shocked. You move quietly from stone to stone, entering the canyon without drawing the creature's attention. That's one of the Zarips. Okay. Hey, Alexis, and definitely 2. It's already 2 is better. It feels like a much, much more polished Pillars of Eternity. Like, to give one example that I absolutely love is I was able to
Yes?
create... Oh, wrong button. I was able to set an AI for each of these people where, like, what they do when I'm not controlling them. And for, like, one of the things I did is I set every one of them to always be shooting at the lowest health target on the screen. The fact that I can even do that was amazing to me. Yeah. So, like this guy, when I'm not controlling him, every 5 seconds he will shoot Gouging Strike at the highest health target on the screen, which bleeds them. He will then auto-attack the lowest health target on the screen with his pistol, and if he gets knocked below half health, he'll use his second wind ability. Like, he will do those 3 things without me having to click anything. Alright, let's see if I'm about to get murdered by this thing.
One ready for raping.
You better wait. Me too.
Never you mind that, miss. I'll land the next one.
Can't move.
Ooh, she got paralyzed? Oh my goodness.
This thing isn't doing the job.
Alright. Oh, nice, the whelps. Okay, let's do a mind control on this thing if possible. And you trying to do a heal. Nice, we got the mind control off. Alright, let's try to do another one on that guy.
I can't whack him any harder.
I cannot whack him any harder. Oh, hold on. Okay. Nice, landed a charm on that guy. Ah, we killed the Drake. Very nice. Alright, let's do Consecrated Ground.
Wish I could have done something.
That's insane. 2 years ago, I didn't get that much PoE when I started Interrupted 4 Pros. Finished my solo unfair run today. Solo unfair? That's insane. Congratulations. What class were you? I mean, just because of the people I've seen playing it so far, I'm guessing you were either Eldritch, a Druid, or the Monster Summoner Tactician. If it was anything other than that, you might be the first of that I've heard of. Try to cast Paralysis. Nice. Success.
Poison.
Wait a minute, these whelps are not attacking right now.
Can't make a dent.
There we go. Hey, Zurin, good to see you, buddy. How's it going?
Let's go. There's dignity.
Yo, this Zarb champion is a paladin. I just realized I've not been using my wizard's magic at all this fight.
I cannot whack him any harder.
How'd I miss?
15 ranger, 3 rogue, 1 monk, 3 more rogue. And the build was made just for the phase of the end. I played a melee ranger. Exploring that Neketaka town or whatever, found a crazy chancer weapon. Giving me something to look forward to, Zurin.
Already.
Well, we just snuck up on and killed a Drake.
Will slip past me.
I probably don't need a stealth. I'm betting that was the only fight in this area. Because there was a lot of build up to that Drake. So Aloth apparently was really important in Pillars 1, and I just didn't travel with him. So I did not get that he was like the son of the bad guy or anything like that. So now they keep, even though I imported my PoE 1 game, they keep referencing it in this one. And I'm just like, what's going on? He's like, yeah, I took your advice after we killed my father. I'm like, I never talked to you after that. I don't know what you're talking about. I just tried talking to Saracen about the pirate town that I destroyed, Zurin. He didn't say anything about it. I was like, can we talk about this? And he's like, I don't want to. And I was like, well, then maybe I don't want to help you. And he goes, well, if you're going to be a right cock about it. I was like, a right cock. Let's see what's in the cave of Zartuktuk. You come upon the opening to a small cave. Putrid gusts of hot air burp from deep within, and you hear the faint chitter and hiss of Zarups in earnest conversation. Your boots crunch through a drift of brittle bones as you creep into the Zarup lair. Well, I still want to know, the lady in the middle there, with the two-handed gun with the red and white bird above her head, I want to know if she's a ranger and that's her pet, or if the bird and her are completely unrelated. Like, it's such a small thing, but it sits on my mind every time we hit that loading screen. Is it just a random passerby bird, or is it an important bird? Enjoying pickpocketing and stealing everything not nailed down in this damn town. Have you played Divinity Original Sin 2, Zurin? Because you would enjoy that. Ward stones? Immunity to Sigil of Atrophy attacks?
Whoa, whoa, look.
Oh god.
I shall wait.
Alright, incoming Zarups. Alright, activate the wall. Come on, chill fog. Alright, there's one application of chill fog. But wait! There's more! Okay, and you mind control the nearest skirmisher. Got him!
Nobody saw that.
War Chief Rocky? Who are you?
Dropping like flies.
Can I, No, I can't really set a good AI for the whelps. I wanted to see if I could do a fancy AI for them too, but it does not look like it.
I cannot whack him any harder.
Yeah, see, look, everyone is targeting that low health skirmisher because of the AI I set up. And I love it! That's so good!
Feeling my best.
Oh, the whelps can't hit fire blights. Nope, doesn't matter. It's not resistant to gun. It's very weak versus guns. Oh, resisted to the paralysis. I found a pet that buffs your summons. What? Like a companion pet? Or like a summoned pet that buffs summons?
Never you mind that, miss. I'll land the next one.
Wait.
Oh my gosh, this war chief has paladin skills. It's healing.
The fleeting flower is the most beautiful.
A cat. It's like a pet. Wait, I've found like 4 or 5 pets so far. I didn't even look at them in my inventory. Do they actually have like stats?
Ask someone else.
You know what? Oh wait, that's not an explosive barrel.
Can't make a dent.
Ooh, you are not nearly as strong as your war chief. What the heck? Sigil of Atrophy? We just... Oh, just a second ago we got a... Shoot the gunpowder barrel. What are you guys doing?
Yeah?
Shoot the gunpowder barrel. Thank you. Wow, that was weird. I had to click that like 100 times.
Yeah?
Okay.
Sure.
Shimmer Scale. One-handed small shield. Plus 1 enemy's gauge. Thermal Deflection. Plus 5 defense against fire attacks. Plus 10 to all defenses against gaze. Huh. Sounds like the shield that reflected Medusa's eyes or something. Give you minor buff like 2. Dude, I gotta look at that right now. Hold on. Let me look, because I found a bunch of small animals so far that I apparently just picked up and like, this is mine now. Where? Oh, here we go. Oh my gosh! +1 perception. 5% of incoming hits are converted to grazes from your weapons. From weapons. 1 to might. Plus 5 to reflex for the whole party. Wait, hold on. Oh, here we go. What's this one? 10% of incoming crits are converted to hits from weapons. 1 to perception. 1 to con. Bonus to your con, your party is more effective with healing spells and potions. Okay. I'm a big fan of victory through the greatest defense. The best offense is an unbreakable defense and walking forward slowly. That's how Muck does it. So I'm going to use it. Thank you for telling me this. In Pillars 1, the pets were just cosmetic. I think. I'm going to feel real stupid if I'm wrong. I didn't think these did anything. So I didn't even look at them.
Of course.
What do I got here? Cuttlefish.
Do you see that?
Fine dagger, peridot. I remember one day a long time ago, and I got in an argument with someone about whether it was peridot or peridot. Before I give you guys the, because I googled this, it's apparently peridot and peridot are both acceptable in the English language. Just like gray with an E and gray with an A are both acceptable in the English language. This has been your fact of the day. From between the bars stares a frail and sickly Zarep. It shrinks when you near, pressing itself into the farthest corner of the cage, trembling. Around its neck are the remnants of a bedraggled feather crest. Paint is smeared across its face, but the paint is old and flaking. It hasn't been reapplied in some time. What? The Zarb's regalia tells you they must have been an important figure in the tribe, perhaps a high priest or a mother, but its condition makes clear that those days are long past. So this was an insight, survival, and history check? What happened to you? It watches you with an unreadable expression on its face and says nothing. Break open the cage. You deftly pop the poorly crafted lock off the cage. The Zorp scrambles to get out of your reach. When you make no move to capture it, it stares between you and the open cage door, blinking rapidly. It tenses, and then bursts out the door. Mother Sharprock. Huh. If I follow it, are you going to be over here? Watches you intently. Why are you following me? Tilts his head up slowly and blinks. It narrows its eyes, like it can't quite figure out what you mean. It glances back at the cage you freed it from, then stares at you expectantly. Who locked you up? Zarb scuttles behind you and grabs hold of your leg. It points across the cave to the corpse of a large, well-adorned Zorp, one of their champions, and scowls. Okay, so the big boss paladin Zorp I killed. Do you always follow your leader around? The Zorp clings tightly to your leg and refuses to let go. You want to come with me? It stares up at you unblinking and finally releases your leg. When you make no move to chase it away, it hops up and down excitedly. The faint trace of a smile forms on Adir's lips. New pet or new party member?
If you told me a few years ago that I'd end up following you on another crazy errand, I'd have said you were out of your mind.
+2 might to summons or something like that. I'm gonna keep an eye out for it, Zurin. That is awesome to know.
Not because I got anything against you, more that trouble seems to come looking for you wherever you go. Yet, here we are again, probably on our way to die. Well, you already did, but me, I mean...
I couldn't go having all the fun by myself, Adir.
All real nice of you to share. Someday I'll have to get you a gift. And wouldn't you know it, this time is shaping up to be crazier than the last one. But I gotta say, I appreciate how you've handled things. Times like these, staying decent's not as easy as it sounds.
Dude, the lighting. Look at the reflection of that lantern on my metal armor. They did good. They really did.
Thought you were weird at first, of course, but you've surprised me.
Hasn't always been easy.
Well, that's why I mentioned it. Sometimes it's been anything but.
Oh! Chris J. resubbing tier 2 for 6 months. First of all, thank you, too. I remember you already had the Golden Skull. Why is it just now saying 6 months? Did you get the Golden Skull at 5 months? That is whack. Anyway, thank you for supporting my hobby. Chris J, I actually meant to tell you. Kemergod was here the other day, and he resubbed for his 5th month. And he goes, does anyone already have the Golden Skull? And I said, yeah, I think it's just me and Chris J does. Chris J, you know, is a friend of mine IRL. He subbed with me on like day 1, so he got Golden Skull right after I did. And Kemmer's like, well, all right, well, he is now my arch enemy. So be on the lookout.
I've been meaning to ask though, how is it you never seem to lose your way through all this? What is it tells you you're on the right path?
I have strong feelings about everything. No, I'm not on Tumblr. I try to tell the truth to myself and others, and I find that things tend to work out.
Well, hard to argue with that. And I might get some strange looks if it did. When I was a boy, things were simpler. Aethys was more like a character.
Dude, why are we talking about this now? I want to know what's up with this thing following me. Easier to worship a god when their worst traits are swept under the rug.
Yeah, I guess it was. Well, most stories had him helping folks or making the world work as it should.
No, Zurin. I believe, well, like when I look at the report for subs for me, it always shows myself as a tier 3 sub. So no, I don't pay anything, and I think all it does is it like unlocks all the emotes for the streamer themselves. Like so.
You pray to him. He might help you too. There was no cost to it. No confusion about his will or followers taken into extremes.
Now, one thing you can do, like if you find another streamer and you kind of want to trade emotes, you can sub to each other. And, you know, basically he gets your money, you get their money, you both come out at, you know, you both break even, but you unlock the emotes and the badges and stuff if you really wish to.
Following Aethys was right. Had no reason to question.
He pauses. It could be the light, but the creases around his eyes and mouth seem longer and deeper than your memory of
Do
them.
you think there's any way that following him could still be the right path? After all we've seen?
I think the world deserves better.
Is that something we can ask for? Seems like the gods might take that personal.
I told the gods to their face last night that this was bullshit, and she threw me out of the vision.
Anyway, I didn't mean for this to get depressing. I think this was just a long way of saying I appreciate the way you've guided things.
You're just sweet-talking me because you want to stay in the party when I have more choices. I see how this is.
Makes me feel like I'm doing some good, going with you.
Okay. So, Mother Sharprock is following me. Dude, can I have a Zorup in my party? She trots alongside beside you, tail held high. Okay. I'm gonna tap that quick save. So, as far as I know, there's pets, there's boat crew, and then there's, like, in the party people. Oh, Zurin is saying she's crew. So, we're gonna have this psycho lizard with a witch doctor headdress working on our boat. You received an important missive from Captain... What is going on? Oh, it says island name in the middle of the screen for some reason. You had a little run-in with Ben, then you dragged it to my doorstep. You could have wiped your feet before you jumped in, but I digress. Ben is the guy that kind of made me kill the whole pirate city. I know what you did, I know who you are, and unlike my unfortunately blockheaded second-in-command, I recognize a threat when it smacks me upside the head. So, this is me, Captain Eldis, commander of the God's Damned New Blood Principe, leader of the second largest fleet of pirates in the God's fucking Deadfire, inviting you, a terrifyingly powerful and strange watcher, to come and meet with me under the strictest parley at Fort Deadlight. Which is to say, I promise not to gut you when you arrive for dinner and drinks. Looking forward to having a little hearthside chat. I would like to offer you a partnership of the most glorious and goriest variety. I scratch your back, you gut my enemies from hip to jaw. We laugh at their deaths over a bottle of the finest rum. Oh, and when you come, bring some candied nuts. Your newest and dearest friend, Eldis. P.S. This is not a trap. That is excellent. I don't know if I want to join the pirates or not, but it's an option, I guess? Alright, Broken Spear Pass. She's not the worst. I've got an ogre and an imp called Worthless Idiot on my ship. Are you familiar with the webcomic? It's called like LFG Comic or something like that. And there's a warlock with an imp named Hicktib, and he doesn't reveal for like dozens of issues of the comic that Hicktib is basically bitch spelled backwards. And the imp resents him very heavily for it. You remind me of that. Bones crunch underfoot. The big letter of the first word being like this, I always miss it. Bones crunch underfoot. Strewn across the sand are skeletons half buried in wind-blown dunes or lying bleached and baking in the sun. Their corpses still wear the tattered remnants of their clothing, their packs tangled in their limbs. Worms circle like vultures high above you. Alright, worms are like the little baby dragons that I summon. You feel a tug at your leg. Mother Sharprock clings to your boot, staring out at the dunes, then looks up at you. Her eyes are wide with fright. She fears this place. Search. Failure. Dang. Alright, you approach the nearest skeleton and untangle the pack from its remains. As you disturb the skeleton, several sand blights rise up from the desert with a great gust of wind and head straight for you. Roll for initiative. Okay, here we go. So we got worms and blights.
Wait.
Okay. Activate the wall.
That dog will...
Oh, hold on. I think you had the right idea. Oh, dang it. No. I interrupted his action there. Alright.
This weapon's no good.
Let's see. If I do... Okay. So she'll cast Consecrated Ground, and I'll move her slightly to get her in it. Alright, we got all the whelps. So check this out. These two were shooting this thing. This guy just took damage that dropped made it the lowest health target, and they all automatically switched to that one. I love how much setup you can do with the AI in this. I really, really do. Alright, second chill fog.
Need something stronger. Wish I could have done something.
Alright. There's 2 chill fogged on those.
Gotta be more careful.
And what skills have we not really tried here? Oh my. This isn't really a good situation to be doing that. Let's try this out.
That's not very helpful. Come on! No.
Sickened. That's kind of cool. Alright, turn the wall off. You go melee one of these. Alright, we've got this in the bag now.
Let's go.
This thing isn't doing the job. Take this. Wait, they seal makes me too.
Many whelps!
That hardly seems fair.
Party gained 125 XP. Nice.
Alrighty. Not a problem.
Oh man, I almost missed those. Some of these skeletons have the faintest of highlight. I found a gun. What else we got? Alright, I guess that's it for this area with the sand blights. Guys, I'm having a lot of fun with this game. This is the kind of game where if the interest in it from the viewers stayed high, I would not mind playing it a second time on like hardcore mode and just giving it a try. Like that's what happened with Grim Dawn. I really enjoyed Grim Dawn and ended up playing multiple times on the highest difficulty on hardcore. Search the tower. 3 jade, a grappling hook, 3 spire sponge, a scroll of thrust of tattered veils, and that's it. Okay. Back to the boat. Oh, I didn't even notice. There's like longitude, latitude or something up at the top. Alright. Here's the Zorip. Oh, look, now I can mouse over people. Oh, okay. Deckhand, Cannoneer. Cannoneer. What is... So what is this? Helmsman? He's a Cannoneer. What are those 2 hand slots? Those are deckhands. Okay, this guy's a 2-star deckhand. I guess that's better than a 1 diamond deckhand. Okay. Cook or deckhand. So you shouldn't be in the navigator slot. Oh, but the cook and deckhand spots are already taken. We could have her be the surgeon. Everyone would be like, oh god! Alright, well, I guess we'll have you gaining navigator XP. I don't know that there's anything bad about that. Okay, we need to continue to the northeast. Just keep rowing, 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 rowing. Oh, we overshot a little. Need to go up and left a little bit. What's this? Rock Stomper Rodal. The Valian Trading Company. Alright, I'm gonna quick save. I don't know if I'm flying the right flag. Like, I don't know if they're gonna attack me if I pull in with the wrong flag up. Or if I'm gonna be okay. Because I think I flew some kind of pirate flag or something to get into the pirate, City, Deadlight. To get into Deadlight, I was flying some enemy flag. I don't know if that's going to be any problem here. Achievement unlocked, Heart of the Deadfire. 1 blessing gained, 8 total. I still don't know what to do with blessings. Neketaka Late Spring Tarprima, 2828. I always feel like at the beginning of like a movie, when there's like the text like that at the bottom of the screen. Anytime it shows the year for some reason. Oh, there I am. Hey. My understanding is that they're for running the game again. Okay. As you walk down the dock, your approach is noted by Kader? I don't know that word. Of heavily armored Almawa. Their leader briskly leads them to intercept you. The harbor master looms over you, not deigning to stoop or lower her gaze to your level. That's a her? So, okay, so since I'm in Orland, she's refusing to look down at me. It's like that meme, how to talk to short people.
You're far from home, farmer. How did you make it all this way in your little boat?
She cranes her thick neck to look along the hull of your ship. Her expression conveys equal portions incredulity and pity.
Why do we gotta be farmers just because we're from Deerwood?
Are you a farmer?
Yeah, but you can't just assume. We got rabble-rousers, too.
That's racist. Well, is it true? Well, yes, but it's racist.
I'm the harbor master, How? I must ask your reason for docking in Neketaka.
And I must tell you to fuck off. No, let's not tell the harbor master to F off. She'll sink our damn boat. Do I really need a reason?
Yes, you do. You can't dock a ship in the harbor and have your run of Queen's Berth without giving me a good reason for docking here.
The women and men behind the harbor master set their jaws and straighten their backs at their leader's words. Deep within you, you feel an uncomfortable roiling. You can't be certain if the sensation is physical or spiritual, but it immediately induces nausea and fills your ears with the sound of blood rushing through your head. Cutting through the din, you hear a familiar woman's voice speak. Each word comes slowly, falling with what sounds like the chiming of a small bell. This is Bareth, the goddess that's got like a gun to my head.
Show them. Show them what you are.
Concentrate on folding the edge of the in-between. Is this going to actually show my power? You close your eyes and turn your mind inward, blocking out the sounds of the harbor and the menacing pack of the guards. Soon all you can hear is the rushing of blood in your head and a muffled chime ringing somewhere far away.
Yes. That's it.
What's the matter with you? What are you doing? If you're trying to scare us with some cipher mischief, save the purple flames for the tribes of the Outer Islands.
The roar in your head begins to abate. The ringing of the chime begins clearer, rhythmic. 2 successive peals, followed by a brief respite. You realize the chime is ringing in tandem with your heartbeat. You open your eyes. The harbor master is gesturing wildly, presumably to get your attention, and yelling in your face, but you hear no words, only the ringing of the chime as your heart rate slows and slows and slows and slows.
Now.
What? What is this?
What? Am I making ghosts become visible?
Run for it!
That's new. And then I strike in my sassy pose.
I think I got a ghost up my nose there. That's better.
Well, scaring the hell out of the harbor master leveled 4 of us up. Okay. Alright, athletics, diplomacy. This is gonna be our people person. We got the bluff and diplomacy. Okay, what are we doing here? Stride, how does disengaging, or something with weapons, when weapons set, never gonna need that. Allied AoE per kill. +1 to armor rating for 3 seconds when damaged. I mean, that's useful, not great. +20 to all defenses against Resolve Affliction, Dex Affliction, Might Affliction attacks. Alright, this is our pure tank, so Divine Purpose and Inspired Defenses are both okay. What is this? Electric attack? Ancient Brittle Bones. So that's next level. Removes Dex Afflictions. Paralysis. Thick grew their tongues, stumbling over their words. 20% of hits converted to crits with weapons. While wielding a okay, this doesn't work with a shield. That's dual wield, that's two-hand. Resistance to Resolve Afflictions, resistance to Con Afflictions. That's not bad. I'm surely gonna get something better later and then stop using it. So I guess let's get 20 to defenses against Resolve. Okay. So I think this is like stat damage. You're resisting attacks that hit your Resolve, Dex, or Might attributes. So it's like D&D stat damage. Okay. Looks good to me. Alright, Adir, our rogue, mechanics, let's start balancing him between Streetwise and Survival. Alright, what are we gonna do here? We've already upgraded Blind. So we're in this row here. Alright. Forward, Reflex, Riposte, that only helps if someone is hitting him in the face. Gain concentration at the start of combat. Oh shoot, what is this? There we go. Each point, custom resist will prevent a single interrupt effect. He doesn't really do casting animation, so I don't think that's important. Minus 15% weapon recovery time when dual wielding. He's dual wielding. He's dual wielding pistols. Dual wield, we know what that is. Alright, I guess let's get a dual wielding. We'll just dedicate him to double pistol guy. Alright. I like how he's smoking the pipe whenever he's idle. That's a nice effect. Okay. Shoddy, which I still don't get how her name is not Zodi, but okay. And she's the religious person. Yes. Oh wow, look up at the top. You can see the stats of the other party members. I was trying to remember if I had anyone else in the party with insight, and you could see it up at the top. That was awesome. Oh my goodness. That is awesome. Alright, let's just keep working on religion for her. It's not just that. Yeah, I see that. It says like some self and some party, but I didn't know you could even look at their skill level from this interface, which is great. Okay, so she gets one more skill here. Let's see. Seal, prayer for the body. Forward, reflex, will, concentration. 20% of hits converted to crits with weapons. That's all. Okay, that's only one-handed. Let's see. What else to get? Smart for 60, warding seal. Aware. What does aware do? 5 perception and 50% of grades converted to crits. Or hits, I mean. Alright, really, I'm happy with my tier 1 abilities, I'm happy with my tier 3 abilities. Tier 2, I'm often kind of whatever. What else we got? Resolute. 20 health restored and does freeze damage to enemies. Oh, no, inflicting freeze. Oh, oh, no, there we go. 16 freeze damage. Alright, let's do that. Well, you know what? I mean, as I get higher level, I'm going to care less about this. This stuff is not terrible. Like, these can be useful no matter how high level we get. So let's go for the long haul here. Let's get Will, because the thing... Of all the CC, I hate getting, like, mind-controlled and flipped to the other guy's side. So let's get Bull's Will first. Does a bull have high willpower? I don't know. Okay, and lastly we've got Aloth, who is Arcana. Wait, does she have 6 Arcana? I guess I already had that somewhere else. Damn, I don't know. She's explosives, he's mechanics. I don't really have anyone for sleight of hand or alchemy. I'll do that. History, he's the history buff. Oh, I think he's also the only insight person. Oi, here we go. God. One-handed style. I really don't like one-handed style, but he started the game with it. I can't change it without respecking. Fireball? That's cool. What were the ones that someone in chat was telling me? Fetid Caress was one of the ones people were telling me to get. Paralyzed for 10, Sickened for 10. What was the... Combusting Wounds, I remember one person recommended. What else? Merciless Gaze, was that it? No, that wasn't it. Bewildering Spectacle. Work against the elements, infuse a vital essence. Is that in this? Oh, there it is. Confused for 15 seconds. Confuses enemies in the area of effect. Confuse is cool, because sometimes that means they hit each other. 15. Alright, I'll do that. Still not sold on even keeping the wizard, but I'll do that for now. Like, I wouldn't mind having a half wizard, half something else, but pure wizard feels kind of a waste for the way I'm playing. Now, I wonder how much trouble I'm going to have in town, because my god forced me to flex my summon spooky powers here. Fire wizard slash fighter, make Natsu. I don't know, would he be like wizard slash monk? Monk is all punch them in the face.
Need a fresh jacket or pants? Something more delicate? If you have a frame, I can fit cloth to it without fuss.
He eyeballs your shoulder with doing mental calculation. Got the broad shoulders and the mochaccino face. We're gonna put a dead animal on you. Let me see what you have.
Take your time. I'll give you space to browse.
Batterwin's Cover grants Steeled in the Darkness. During nighttime, this aura grants all nearby allies except you a bonus to stealth and resolve. That's weird. Interesting. Okay. Oh, Cloak of Deflection. That's cool. We don't have tons of money right now, so Pallegina. She's from Pillars 1. She was the paladin with the bird head.
Watcher. Tiverus. Is it really you?
Hey, I know those feathers. Pallegina. It's been ages. But what's happened to your armor?
You two know each other? I mean, I wouldn't be jealous if you did.
Her eyes flick back and forth between you and Palagina. She bites her at her lower lip but says no more. Wait, do you have the hots for me or the bird lady? I can't even tell from that sentence. This is AoE and you don't need to wait for Cypher energy. Yeah, I know. I feel like with him I do like 1 or 2 spells and then he just does wand attacks over and over and over. So, I mean, I think it would be kind of cool to have like a wizard / ranger or something that does those same spells and then is firing a weapon and having a pet attack or something like that. Or chanting and casting those spells, you know? I just feel like I could get more out of it. Oh, sure. I know you would. Palagina's mouth hangs open in shock. Though her hair and feathers have the same immaculate grooming as when you last saw her, her breastplate's 5 suns have been carefully scratched off. She looks down at the armor and back up to you with a pained glance.
I'm sure that even at Cadnua, you must have heard what happened when I returned to the Republics.
I did. I'm sorry things didn't work out. She glances away and gives an appreciative nod. You can see the muscles in her jaw clenching as the seconds pass.
The Republic survived. That is the most important.
I'll say that's not a flattering picture of her.
And here the company's business seems to be getting on fine without my interference.
I could use your help. I'm hunting down Aothos. Her eyebrows arch and the membranes of her eyes sliding out and back as the weight of your words hits her.
I suppose I should not be surprised considering all we went through. But no, I will not be coming with you, Watcher. I would be lucky if I wound up dead.
Come on, things didn't turn out all that bad.
Corres, Watcher.
A mixture of sadness and anger flashes across her face. It is quickly replaced by her familiar calm expression. She nods once, then turns to go.
Maybe we don't start with the part about Aethys next time?
Alright, so I'm guessing we either meet her again later, or because I did not finish her quest in the first game and then I imported that game, I can't have her in this one. Which is fine, I don't need her, but wouldn't have minded having the option.
For a fish or two, stranger? Today's catch.
Let me see what you got.
You'll find...
On board. Okay, just a bunch of fish.
Not a problem.
Amidst the barrels and boxes and crates are stamped with the symbol of the Royal Dead Fire Company. There's a lot of rain going on here. Neglected dog. Dog! You're mine now. What buffs do you give? Show me your magic ways, doggy. 1 int. Plus 10% to stride for the whole party. Interesting.
Dora must think I work for free.
Zamar.
Be with you in just a... Almost had it. Damn your eyes. Hazard of the work, really. Came in on the sloop? I can hammer your ship together if you're apt to pay me for it.
Having trouble with a client?
Aye. Captain Redora hasn't paid me for her commissioned firepower. While I'm up to my nose in debt, the wild mare gobbles up her coin. And now, pirates are holding my feet to the fire over some sham of a deal. If I don't get Redora's payment, I might as well start carving my swallow net.
If it gets me a discount on your labor, I could hunt down Redora.
You do that? A fair price goes without saying, Cully. It all comes down to blasted pans and pyres in the end, doesn't it?
Like to see your goods.
Come.
Oh, this guy sells like entire ships. Oh, that's cool. Alright, I can't afford any of that right now, but now we know where that is. Alright, what's the map of this place look like? Oh man, we've only been up here. Awesome. Okay. Alright, so we've done this whole like northwest quarter almost. Let's check what's up in this alley. Let's tap that quick save, because it's actually quick in this game. Queen's Birth District Home. See what's in there.
My eyes are peeled.
Forsaken Dog. Zopnawa. +5 to will. +2 insight, +1 metaphysics. What? Why does the dog know metaphysics?
All right, but I'm keeping what's in. All done.
Dear, you scoundrel. I will say Adir is similar in the I'm sure I could do better department. Like, currently as a rogue, he uses his guile points at the beginning of the fight, and then he auto-attacks. So I'm sure I could build a better character to replace Adir. However, I do find his commentary very funny. Juanita. Passerbys have etched a varied selection of raunchy poetry and crude drawings into the brickwork.
Well met, stranger. If you feel like investing in protection, I'd be willing to trade iron for copper.
Let me see what you
Lots
have.
to see. Take your
Ah, she's a blacksmith. I thought she was offering me guards. Gate crashers. Grants reeling below. +1 might, 50% chance to perform knockdown attack against a target with a critical hit in melee. Horns of the Bleak Mother, +2 accuracy against beasts. Heaven's Cacophony. Grants Avenging Storm. What? The druid becomes a conduit for the power of the storm. Any target they strike with a weapon, or who strikes them with a weapon, is attacked by a bolt of lightning? Shout of Hosts. Launches a cone attack that can knock back and stun targets in the area of effect. Oh, these are all 1 per rest, though, so you don't get to use them much. Okay. Alright. Good to know.
Welcome back. Looking for anything specific?
Your selection is fine, but I'm looking for even better equipment.
I assure you that everything I sell is well crafted. But I will admit I'm not quite the weaponsmith that Marihi is. Nor do I possess Uto's expertise with firearms. Marihi you can find in Pariki's Overlook, the district to the north. Uto has a shop in the Brass Citadel, in the eastern part of Neketaka.
Alright.
So she asked him what he calls that trick, and he says, the Consueli.
What's your deal, Kata?
You the one causing trouble in Kata's neighborhood.
What? The wolf at the man's side raises her hackles and growls. He shushes it and pats her behind the ears, all the while keeping her focus trained on you.
Your smoke and mirror ghosts do not impress
that.
Galizia, and they do not scare Kata.
Sorry, Valian names all sound the same to me. Which one is the pretty wolf?
You'll know soon enough.
Pulls spirits from the in-between? Actually, hold on. Are you the one shaking down Zamar?
Zamar has money problems. Kata has solutions. The little man doesn't know how to count his coins. Kata heard a newcomer was talking with Zamar. Tell the shipwright to accept Kata's deal before he suffers another setback.
Why are you shaking down Zamar?
Zamar can keep Principe ships afloat. Kata tires of seeing his family sailing derelict wrecks.
How about I stitch your hide into sailcloth?
Shaletia, the throat!
Ah, now we know which one's the wolf. Okay. This is gonna hurt. Everyone shoot the gunpowder barrel. Let's see if this gets us murdered.
Gunpowder!
Count me out yet!
Oh my god. That was effective. That killed quite a few of them. Did that activate the, I think it did. Oh my gosh. I think we got Watchful Presence on him right before the barrel blew up in his face, and then it saved him. Everything worked as intended.
Wait
Is there only one target left? Oh my gosh, that fight was over real quick. We just had to have the tank be able to survive an explosion to his own face. Easiest fight ever. Focus all defensive abilities onto the tank and blow the whole place up. Alright, what is that ring we just got? 5 fort reflex and will. That's the same as this one. Let's give that to her. Broken bottles, loading the consoles, okay. Alright, let's see if the boat making guy is happy that we just blew up that area and his, where's my money problems. Where did he go?
Already on it.
Did he, like, go to his house to go to bed, like in Skyrim or something? Oh, there he is.
Ahoy there. Any news worth telling?
The Principe won't be bothering you anymore.
Best news I've heard since I arrived on this rock. What of Captain Redora? Has she sobered up yet? Or do we need to shake her by her ankles?
Forget Redora. I'm the one who settled the pirate problem.
Aye, but... much as I want to help Redora, it's time I started looking after myself. Matters being what they are, Redora's commission is yours, if you can afford it.
I might be interested.
That'll be the Iron Thunderer. A cannon well deserved of her name. Maybe she doesn't stand up to Rawatai standards, but she's got heart. For 1,000 pyres, she'll crack a hull, scour a sail, or splinter a deck like an imp with something to prove.
This is my reward for helping you?
1,000 is plenty less than I offered the seasoned captain. You seem to know the value of an honest day's work. Tear 500 off the cost.
Oh, because I chose that I had a past as a merchant at the beginning of the game? That's cool! Alright, yeah, I'll buy it for 500.
You will? I mean, you will.
Hey, don't act like that.
Your vessel will spit fire like a worm with a belly full of fire kelp.
Alright. Okay, so we just got 4 Iron Thunderer cannons. Okay. Where's my boat? We actually already had one. And one is worth 240, but we just bought 4 for that price. Okay, that's cool. Cannon. 47. Alright. Alright. Cool. Our boat is a little better. Alright, Valera Estate. Let's see what's going on over here. Okay.
Dim in the lantern.
I don't think I need to be sneaking here.
Consider it.
It's apparently not snealing to look through the bookshelves. Wow, the wolf model is pretty sweet. It's gnawing on his tail.
Do you see that?
Palm splats? Picking locks doesn't count as stealing? Are you... Oh. I did that trick all the time in the first game, and people told me that in the second game it would get me attacked, so I had been avoiding it.
Well, as long as I don't get all done.
Okay, obviously that was fake news. Frame is flaking.
Well, as long as I don't get all done.
Alright, let's head upstairs to see what's going on up there. Yeah, I mean, it was cool at the beginning of the game that I could choose, like, a deer to be a rogue or a warrior or a rogue warrior. I wish they had just gone the approach that, like, Divinity did, where you can make them any freaking class you want, and it's still just, then you get to still enjoy their dialogue and stuff like that. Or just the only thing set in stone is their race and gender.
Well, as long as I don't get caught, all done.
Alright. Otello Valera.
Ah, a new face in the Valera halls.
Matlock, at your service.
Courtly manners are welcome here. My time is not inexhaustible, but I am willing to spare it.
I want to say this when I'm working customer service phone calls. My time is not inexhaustible, but I am willing to spare it. What does your family do for the Valiant Trading Company?
Valera ships escort goods and merchants from island to island across Deadfire. The Principe dogs show us their stern whenever they spot Valera colors on the horizon.
Okay.
A new face to the Valera halls. And aren't we all so excited to see you? I always make time for chatter. Say what you will.
What do you bring to the Valera household?
Is drama an acceptable answer? I make sure the wine cellar is stocked, and that sons and daughters alike know how to carry a blade.
Okay.
All right, but I'm keeping what's in there.
Not a problem. Quick and quiet.
All right, but I'm keeping what's in there. All done.
Cool. Lots of XP. The vanity seems seldom used apart from the wash basin. The fine layer of dust has settled on the surrounding tins and jars. Someone's not wearing their makeup.
Time to see and not be seen.
Already.
Alright. Guess we've picked this place clean. Got everything not bolted down. Head back downstairs. Yeah, I'll have to look at the future levels of Rogue for Adir. Because like I said, after those first few bleeds he does, and he's just an auto-attacking character. Hold on. How... Ah, there it is. Okay. So, like, I can't even do backstab unless I was within 2 meters of the target. So that's more of a melee thing. Never... Oh, really? I mean, it's obviously situational, but... Alright, Withering... Perishing... Is there any way to recharge Guile during a fight, or is it just like, that's freaking it? That's all you get, is just that much Guile. Damage, 3 pen... Smoke Grenade... Okay, +2... Oh, here we go, Gambit. On a critical hit, you get +2 to Rogue Resource. Empower. Vanishing Strike. Great Soul, +1 to max Empower points. Plus 50% damage with weapons? Oh, with 2 or more conditions. Yeah, I mean, a lot of these are good, but very little of these I'm looking forward to. Like, almost nothing over here, other than Gambit, do I like more than this, which does permanent blind, or sorry, permanent bleed. So I'm not sold on Rogue. We'll see what time brings, but the current me is not sold on Rogue. Now, whatever character might replace a deer, I still need to max them out on lockpicking and stuff like that. I need that person to still be the lockpicker, but it doesn't have to be a rogue. Alright.
Where is my postinago of a brother? You there? Have you seen Laro Badato?
Madico, where is that spoiled brat?
A woman in fine clothes clutches a ledger in both hands. She searches the faces of passers-by, settling on yours with an uncertain frown. Are you alright?
I'm trying to be the responsible one in the family, and it's a heavy burden. Laro is past due for a company meeting. Mother wants me to drag the elusive louse back by his ear.
Ooh, elusive louse.
Must be nice to be a layabout. Uncle Engbert would have tanned my hide.
A deer seems pleased. He is pro-hide tanning.
Fuck. I am angry and jealous in equal measure. You'd think this district was a maze, the way he manages to hide. The spirit magnet. Sientere, that I did not recognize you. If you desire to get in the graces of the Valiant Trading Company, we can help each other.
What kind of pull do you have with the trading company?
Mother's bank commands the wealth of the Deadfire campaign. Could I persuade you to watch out for Laro? I'd pay generously for your trouble.
Alright, if I happen to cross him, I'll let you know.
Would you? I'll be waiting at the estate in case he happens to return. Laro and his miscreant friends carouse at the tavern, the falls above the Adra Mill, and the southwestern bridge. If you see him, tell Laro to get his good-for-nothing ass back home.
Well, we do have this thing with chasing a rogue god to the ends of Aora, but I guess if it's on the way.
I love the adult language in this game. It's very funny. Hashtag never forget the guy that called me a hairy cat fucker. That was memorable. And the guy yesterday that said something and it was like in another language and I moused over it and it translated to "you little fox shit." Alright. Oh, this is her house?
Consider it done.
Come on, get out of the way of the door.
I don't think so.
Get out of the way of the door!
Why not?
Here we go.
Quickly and quietly.
Well, that's not all done.
There we go.
Ah, yes. The newcomer. I thought you might visit.
All done.
Lady Izali Bardato. Custom dictates, I say, at your service. But I have not the time for such lies.
Wow.
If you have business with House Bardato, then speak on.
I noticed something unusual. Your attention is drawn to Azali's desk. Among the sorted ledgers and documents sits a brass seal, still dripping with heated wax. The drippings have dried into an almost almond-shaped pattern which resembles the shape of an eye fringed with bird feathers. A nictating membrane flicks across the surface in a barely perceptible wink. What? Is that the paladin lady? Also, her armor has electricity arcing on it. That is awesome.
Are you still with me?
Okay, so it winked at me. I'm guessing that's Palagina. Alright, sorry, I just lost focus for a moment.
Well, I will endeavor to hold your interest next time.
Your family seems very well established here.
Ugh. My bank shoulders the cost of the Valiant Trading Company's operations in the Deadfire. It is said that no Valian may wipe themselves unless a Bardato's signature approves it first.
If that's true, we gotta stop shaking hands with them.
Oh, nice.
I'm certain you've touched worse, farmhand.
Oh, that's all I've got to say to her? I like her already. Old lady in electric armor. I can apparently visit their vault. Let's see what's going on down here. I like how we just walk into this house, walk around, walk into guest rooms, close the door, walk back out. They're like, oh yeah, that's not suspicious at all. The guard captain takes his time moving to the barred door, his armor creaking with every step. He appraises you with a lazy sweep of the eyes while his fingers curl casually about the hilt of his blade.
You have an appointment to see the vault, sir?
I was just exploring.
Diverus? Just exploring the vault that holds the Bardato fortune? Per Complanca, go upstairs before I have to sully my lady's tiles.
Alright. Well, thank you for having some common sense. They've allowed me to just kind of roam free through like 3 houses so far. That guy's like, are you for real? Alright. Okay, I think we're done in this place unless we find their missing cousin. So let's head back outside. Still eager to meet the other people that might join my party, potentially, before making any other custom characters to see what the available options are. Because I do like the ones that talk. Get to know their stories better. If that's possible. Alright.
When I was little, me and my brothers used to spend hours chasing each other through the Merkberry fields. Don't think a day went by I didn't have a skinned knee or a bleeding elbow.
Oh, we did that sometimes. Only my brother usually had a hand in the bleeding.
He older or younger than you?
You both attest that you have made all possible efforts to come to a peaceful...
The woman trails off as you approach, and you find yourself the sudden target of the crowd's attention.
Who is this Nasenale?
Oh, it's Laro!
How many cousins do you have or so?
Postenago. Does that look like any cousin of mine?
How should I know? Your kin lie with eels.
Orso glares at Laro, then bites back whatever insult he had at the ready.
We have business. What do you want?
I'm here to fetch Laro. Nero's looking for him. A few chuckles arise from the bystanders, and Laro's face blushes with embarrassment.
The family keeps you on a tight leash, Laro. Will getting impaled on a Valera blade prove something?
Oh, threats! Does somebody need killing?
What's your words, Oaf? You want the Juana to know we're dueling?
My batso to the tribals. We should be free
A Valen word for penis.
Alien terms.
My penis to the tribals.
Small wonder the old empire collapsed in civil strife if this is the Valian way.
And how do your colonies fare, Adira?
I suppose you have a good reason for this duel?
This street thug called my family a warren of corrupt inbreds. But is there
are
a
you
dung
inbred?
heap in all the world that does not have a little Valera cousin scratching through it?
That wolf he calls mother would have us live out our days polishing Bardato silver.
What is this? Oh, bluff. Alright, let's try bluff. The Juana are gathering reinforcements to storm this position. They should be here any second.
Milla! Scatter!
What? Where are you going, you stuffed shirt? Hey, wait!
Orso and his comrades scramble to follow suit.
This isn't over, you coward! You can't hide behind your corrupt mother forever!
Older. Was older. When Raid Sarah's invaded.
Oh, of course, it's gone, but I'm so sorry.
Shadi was flirting with Adir's brother, who's dead. And he's like, yeah, he's dead. Okay. So can I go turn in that quest? Alright, so... explosives... and... metaphysics. Alright, so I can get a chanter ability or a cipher ability. What was she wielding? She was using like a crossbow, right? Let's see. Dual wield, shield deflection. Grants the damage bonus while wielding a two-handed weapon. Okay, so... crossbow's a two-handed weapon. Let's see, Mind Blades. Call Agony. Let's get that. Let's commit her to crossbows and arbalests if we can. More damage she does, the more focus she generates. Yeah, man. So what level is everybody now? 6th level. Yeah, all varying, but they're all level 6. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna go back into the Bardato estate and tell them that we found Laro? Was his name Laro? Or tell them we found Laro and see if we can turn that quest in and get that XP. That sweet, sweet XP. Alright.
Can do.
Oh, there's Laro. Hey, buddy.
Out for trouble? Or taking in the sights?
Nara.
Laro has returned to the estate intact. Perfetto. Too much Bardato blood has been spilled in the name of Vengiata.
I get the feeling there's still unfinished business.
Ak, nothing has been solved, only delayed. Here, for your discretion.
Ooh, 800 copper.
There can be no peace while civilized kith turn on each other.
She turns her gaze away in thoughtful silence. No XP? Just 800 copper? Okay. Well, we got our quest reward. I mean, it wasn't terrible. I mean, 800 copper. That pays for all the ship's cannons we bought earlier. But, I do love some experience. 'Tis a shame. Truly. Truly, truly a shame. Alright. Okay. Out of there, and... seriously, where... I mean, I've just been kind of going along the left-hand side, and we've done all of this. So we've kind of got, like, the bottom half of this city to do now. Still haven't met any of the other potential crew members, other than Palagina, who just bolted on me.
Not a problem.
So Sansa's Map Emporium. Do they sell actual maps? Does it open up the world map, which for me is just all fog right now? Do you guys have GPS? I need some new cannons, some sails, and a GPS system. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if disarming a trap while someone's watching you,
well, as long as I don't get caught.
Gets you in trouble.
I guess that wasn't so hard.
It appears not. Appears that is safe to do.
Already on.
Maps of the Deadfire. Scrolled notes track commissions. Tattered and worn, this map depicts a small region of the living lands. Hey, that's where I used to live. Among the usual cartographical tomes and manuals are a few weathered volumes of travel memoirs. Even the scrolls have been painstakingly dusted.
Oh, hello. Welcome to my shop. It's such a pleasure to see a new face. How might I assist you?
What do you do?
Oh, I am a cartographer. I make maps. I'm not half bad at it either. And may the gods forgive my immodesty for saying so. If you need a map of any settled region of the Deadfire, I am your man. And my commission rates are quite generous. It used to be I would take to the sea and do a bit of charting myself. But I haven't the time. Too many maps need making. A shame, too. There's a whole swath of the Deadfire I've yet to see.
Join my boat.
I'm quite keen to write a book, in fact. Oh, but I won't trouble you about that. Excuse my nattering on, won't you?
Do you sleep here?
Sometimes. Married to the work, you know? I just get so engrossed in my maps. And next I know, it's morning. Sharing a bed with a few maps is a good sight better than sharing with Caleb, I'll tell you that. He always hogs the blankets.
Nice dog.
You think so? He is a magnificent beast, isn't he?
A deer points affably in approval.
He's been a bit low lately. Between you and me, I think he's heartsick for the sea.
You said you're writing a book?
I'm putting together an explorer's account of the Deadfire. Or at least the part of it Queen Onekaza's tribe has laid claim to. My book will be the first of its kind. The Explorers Club will go mad for it. Or, well, that was the idea. It's a fiercely dangerous enterprise, in point of fact, and nobody will agree to chart the islands for me. You'd think ship captains would be a bold-hearted bunch. I offered fair recompense. I'm not exactly the most powerful fighter, or I do it all myself. Still, wouldn't it be wonderful? An explorer's guide to the Deadfire.
I got a bold heart and a ship. You need a hand?
Do you mean it? This is... Wow! I can't thank you enough. It's a lot of ground, I mean water to cover, and some of these islands are in very dangerous waters. Don't worry, I planned it all out. We'll get your feet wet first. With a little experience under your belt, I'm sure you'll get a taste for it. Nothing will stop us. I mean, you. The idea is to explore all the islands that haven't been charted yet, or even named. That falls to you, amigo. You can't tell me you've never wanted to name your own island.
We're gonna make the Bone Zone in another game, my friends.
I thought we could start with the waters around the company outpost at Port Maggi. There are 2 islands in the region, and nobody's taken much notice of them yet. Once you're back, I'll start filling in my map and adding your findings to the book. Oh.
Alright.
Welcome back. Well, how might I assist?
What do you have for sale?
Certainly.
Spyglass. Oh my gosh, that's expensive. What does it do? See, Deadfire lines? Snakeskin Grimoire. Oh, it's a wizard book. Alright. Oh, we got the quest. Oh, man, right as I zoned out, I heard the noise for having discovered something hidden. Okay, it's okay. We're gonna be coming back there later on to turn in that quest, so. It's like the grappling hook in the Prybar adds story options. Gotcha. Well, I will get it later then, not when it's 2/3 of my money.
What do you suppose that belly thing is? The Queen is holding court today with the Valians and
Luminous
Rowatonians.
Audra Mill. And what is an Audra Mill? I mean, I thought they dug up Audra. They grind it up here? Make Audra powder? Snort it? Make some inks? Hope they don't snort it. That's like snorting grandma's ashes in this world. Cortina. Cortina's voice finds you before she does. Her barks of laughter and cheerful directives are resounding throughout the mill. She flits from worker to worker, offering critique and approval. When she finally spots you, a shadow of apprehension passes over her face. She hides it with a toothy grin.
If you are here about the taxes, tell the Queen... Oh, you are not the tax collector.
She narrows her eyes, her hand twitching at the hilt of her blade.
What business brings you to my mill?
I need refined, luminous Audra.
Ha! I need a large country estate and several handsome women to fan me with palm fronds. It is good for the heart to dream impossible dreams, yes?
She gives you a quick nod, then laughs quietly to herself, her large ears twitching.
The Adra belongs to the Valian Trading Company, amico. Unless you plan to open a bathhouse to rival the one in Periki's Overlook, we will take no orders from you.
Can't you make an exception?
I cannot.
Alright, who are you?
You go around asking just anyone in Queensbirth personal questions. Maybe you end up dead in a ditch. But lucky for you, I am a woman of honor.
I direct luminous milling for the Valian Trading Company. It's a nice job, huh? And I'm quite good at it. You want to know more? Buy me a drink first, per guano.
Okay.
Good day.
You're boring me. Let's see.
Consider it done.
What do we got? Crude shards of Lunasaja retain their unearthly glow. That'd be stealing. That goes back outside. Let's see if there's anything on the rooftop. See what we can find up there. I wonder if the city has multiple sections. Like the first city we went into, when we finally cleared the whole area and explored it all, we left and there was like 3 areas total to the whole city.
Adair.
Gotcha. Oh,
I
wet
get
dog.
the feeling you don't like me much.
Oh.
Was it something I said? I think it was something I said.
No, it's not. You're not doing anything wrong, exactly.
Really? I mean, you tell me if you had a problem, right? If I'd bothered you this whole time.
Oh my gosh.
It's nothing personal. I just don't think we need to be talking, is all.
Oh. Well, thanks for clearing that up.
Already on it.
Abraham. Let's see what Abraham the dog brings to the party. Reduces the recovery penalty for armor for you, and grants +10 health restored to the party per kill. Interesting, but no, don't need that. Glad to get another aura bot though. And yes, there's multiple areas here. Mystery solved. Let's go out this way. Drink of water. After playing Pathfinder and having some load screens be as long as 4 minutes, this isn't that bad. I noticed they're longer in cities, which makes sense. Alright. So this is that side door to the mill that we saw. It's a little faster now. When we got here, it was like pouring rain, and it was very... Not very laggy, but it was a little choppy. Mouth char. Commoner. Is there anything down there? Maybe hidden? I guess not.
Leave it to me. Shh. Keep your voices down, please.
A wild mare? That sounds like a bar. Ooh, this mare is wild. Queen's Birth District Home. Okay. Is this another place to rob and pick clean like the first home we went into? And when this loads... Okay, there's something I want to check in the settings real quick. It doesn't have it. I wanted to see if I could keep the music when I tab out.
Dim in the lantern.
I see that option.
Well, that's not nice. All done.
Not a problem.
Okay. Well, we got that. Got some XP for disarming and some XP for picking the lock. So that's awesome. Alright, that's doing okay. Alright, looks good. Yeah, it looks like it's just when I'm loading into Queen's Birth, I think there's just a lot for it to load. Like layers and people that are moving around, the water, just all this. And light sources. There's a lot of lights. I mean, you could tell when it's reflecting off of armor and stuff like that. It's probably pretty taxing. Alright, boys. It's time to get 11% more naked. Ooh! Actually, let's make it 22%. Shoes are coming off, too. I think I may have cranked the heat up too much in my house earlier. I got home, it was freezing in here. I may have overdone it. Mephisto? Wait, is that... Assume the position? Jesus Christ. He's trying to Mephist me. Ymir?
See something you like?
Oh my gosh, it's an erotic male dancer. The dancer turns to greet you, a coy smile tugging at his lips. He's short for an elf, but no less graceful for his lacking height. His long face and dark eyes lend him a solemn air, but any hint of gloom is chased away by the wash of color in his cheeks.
Aloth, this is the last place I expected to see you. Have your interests changed so much since our time at Bragon Hill?
Oh gosh, the male stripper recognizes our wizard. That's perfect. A grin lights up Ymir's face. He fidgets with his hair self-consciously, smoothing it down where it's been mussed.
No, I still enjoy tile puzzles and deflecting personal questions. Anyway, what are you doing here?
Dear nods in agreement.
I could ask the same of you.
He laughs lightly, a hand over his mouth.
I make my own hours, meet fascinating people, and the coin's nothing to sneer at. Better than stuffy old books and unflattering robes.
This is amazing.
It's good to see you again, Aloth. Anyway, I should get back to it. Be well.
He smiles warmly at Aloth, blush coloring the tips of his ears. Faint trace of a smile forms on Adir's lips. Zadi's eyes gleam with amusement.
It was lovely seeing you.
He catches himself looking panicked.
Perhaps lovely is too strong a word. I meant pleasant. Perfectly agreeable.
He looks at you chagrined.
I can see where I may have confused the poor fellow in our academy days. 'Twas a right fierce labour getting the lad to finger any flesh that weren't covering his spelly books.
Oh my god.
Did you enjoy the show? There's more to see, if you're interested.
No, I'm good. I'm
Till
good.
later, then.
I am so good. Thank you.
Suppose that belly thing is?
What did we just find behind the cushions? Juana Charmbelt. Oh. Alright, who's the survival person? It was a deer. Alright. There we go.
Alright, but I'm...
Yeah, that's
what's in there.
Rank thievery? Really? Get out!
Oh no!
I have nothing more to say to you.
Oh no, Zurin! Sometimes it's not safe to lockpick in front of someone. That's one of the few you just warned me to. I didn't read it in time, my man. I did not read it in time. Alright. Damn. Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna reload this room, blast through the conversation, and be back where I was. Dude, I always read chat after a room. I just don't often read chat during a room. 5 minutes ago. It was 2.5. I have timestamps. My bad, my bad.
What do you suppose that belly thing is?
Alright.
See something? Aloth, I make my own hour. It's good. Did you enjoy the show till late?
Alright. A young woman reclines on the cushions, a hookah hose held delicately in one hand. Eyes closed, she sings to herself. Her voice is soft and inviting. She doesn't move when she hears you approach, but slowly opens her eyes with a lazy smile. Wanna get high?
Come, lay your head on my breast.
I will read to you the work of my favorite poet, Skilba.
Where's the option to say, okay, let's do it? Alright, just leave.
Farewell.
Ooh, a fire godlike woman polishes a pair of stocks, tending to them with the fondness of a mother for her favorite child. The room is dim, illuminated only by the glow of her steel-forged skin. Her eyes burn with the light of Magron's fire. When she hears you enter, she shoots you a look of utter contempt.
I will give you an experience you won't soon forget.
Oh, no, 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 no. No, thank you. Nope, nope, nope to the 10th degree. Nope.
Not a problem.
I did not realize what was going on there until it was almost too late. Constantin. A burly dwarf man hums a jaunty tune to himself as he fastidiously organizes his collection of scented oils. When he hears you enter the room, he greets you with a smile and a humongous outstretched hand. His grip is strong and sure.
Come to seek ablution for your sins?
His voice.
Get it? Ablutions? Absolution? I crack myself up. Gets me every time. Massage? Bath? Whatever you need. Just ask.
How'd you end up here?
Oh, you don't want to hear about that. I lived a boring life, so...
Oh, God, Zura.
There wouldn't be much to the telling.
Shameful. Fair enough. How much for your time?
250 copper. Soaps, oils, fresh linens, all included. Best massage in Neketaka. That's what they tell me anyway.
Alright. Alright. I'm unclear, other than just roleplay, I'm unclear of what paying any of these people for some fun actually does. So let's head downstairs, see if there's any mercs for hire or anything like that. Keep talking to that guy? Oh, okay, okay. After I check out the downstairs. Oh, what, for real? Oh, damn. They just hide these people everywhere. Oh, it's Captain Redora. This is the person that I bought her cannons.
You say I cannot down the rest? Watch me, Amico.
Valian sailor raises her tankard and arches her back to invite a torrent of ale down her expectant mouth. Holding this pose with nothing to show for it, she taps the tankard's base and furrows her brow at its apparent emptiness. Her companion shakes his head and focuses his attention elsewhere.
Madico, it is no wonder I thirst.
As she wipes her mouth with the back of her hand, her eyes widen and meet yours.
Ado, why do you stare?
You don't seem to be having as much fun as the rest of the clientele.
The fun ran dry with the coin. When the dancers see more than an empty purse, I will be a content Rador.
I can spare 12 copper. Next grog's on me.
Grassima. Even in the oasis I am parched. If you grant wishes, there is a vacancy on my ship.
As the captain of the Defiant, I'm already taken.
Sientere, Frero. Next time around the wheel, perhaps.
Okay. What else we got going on here?
Where in the blazes are you, man?
Wow. Those crotch thrusts. That's amazing. Work it, buddy. You do you. Khan. A young woman lingers near the stage with a mug of ale clutched tight in her hands. Though she shows no interest in the dancers, the bags beneath her eyes speak to many long nights spent drinking in the tavern. She looks lazily about the room until her gaze alights on you with interest.
Have you seen an old elf hanging around here lately? Dresses funny, probably drunker than an eel in a barrel of mead.
Can't say that I have.
Andra's crushing void, I thought as much. Ugh. Listen, the guy I'm looking for owes me a lot of money. 5,000 coppers. You help me find him, and I'll give you 20%.
Who owes you money?
The drunk old goat I was pestering you about, Oswald. Like the credulous fool I am, I gave him a loan, and he ran off before paying me back.
Alright.
I can't thank you enough. No one's been willing to so much as tell me the date until you came along. The man I'm looking for, Oswald, was especially fond of one of the courtesans upstairs, Analis. Maybe you can get more out of her than I can.
She refuses to speak to me, the snippy little cur.
Have you tried being nice?
She wasn't receptive to my particular charms. Let's see you do better. Maybe you can get more out of her than I can. She refuses to speak
I got
to
questions.
me. What do you want to know?
What's your history with Oswald? She groans.
Ugh, the man's a family friend. Has been for... must be 4 generations now. The perk of being an elf, eh?
What does he owe you money for? She gazes into the depths of her mug and sighs.
It's my fault, really. I should have known better than to believe that damned old drunk knew what he was doing. Man's a wizard. You understand, and a tinkerer. He convinced himself and me he could, with enough luminous adra, create a device that would add years to one's life. Must have been a crock of shit, because one day he up and ran without a word of explanation or apology. I thought I knew him better than that.
And who are you?
I was hoping you wouldn't ask me that. But hey, what the hell? I'm one of the countless minor nobles that litter the Deerwooden countryside. You know Admeth Hadret, hero of the War of Defiance? He's my great whatever.
What's the problem with that?
When people find out, they start doing weird shit. Calling me lady, opening doors for me, buying me drinks. Really, the title is a mockery. It means nothing to me.
Alright. Okay. Talk to Annalise upstairs. That's one of our things. Got some beer. That'll make our crew happy when I give that back to them. Jintel.
Hail and welcome to the Wild Mare, friend.
Thank you for the welcome. A jovial man at the bar grins and motions you closer. His arms are corded with thick muscle and cross-hatched with scars.
Now, what can I do for you?
I'm looking for intimate entertainment.
You're in luck, friend. The Wild Mare employs a number of courtesans skilled in satisfying a wide range of tastes and interests.
Yeah, one of them had pliers. Aloth gives you a pained look. Zodi lifts her chin in interest.
You'll find them upstairs. They handle their own coin, too, so no need to go through me.
What if I'm looking for more intimate entertainment?
You're in luck, friend.
Oh, it's the
You'll
same
find them
thing.
upstairs.
Okay, what do you have for
See
sale?
anything you like?
Okay, we can rest. We can rest. Whoa, the music just jumped up a volume level while we were in this menu. We can hire a level 5 adventurer. Recruit crew members? We have a cook. Oh, we don't have a surgeon. Isn't surgeon the only thing we're missing? Let's go ahead and get that. Let's get a caregiver. Oh, I forgot you can do retraining. That's really tempting for Aloth because not a fan of his one-handed thing. You want crew members with one skill only? Well, no one else here is even a surgeon at all, so... Okay, I'll keep that in mind for later. I'm guessing they're better if they only have one skill. Greedy? What is greedy? Wait, what do any of these personalities do? It doesn't let me see. Alright. Yeah, the volume definitely changes when I came back out. You have a max skill also, 2 skills under 3 cook, 1 deckhand instead of 4 cook. Got it. Aboko!
Hello, my friend. I knew our paths would cross eventually.
Wink. I bet you say that to all your clients.
Que? No, you mistake me. I am not one of the courtesans.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I thought you were a whore.
Tell me, you are the one who sails that fine ship, Ak? Terrorize the docks with spirits, Ak?
Muckluck, captain of the Defiant, at your service.
I am Aboko, and I am positioned to offer... I have opportunities for...
He clumsily unfolds a sheaf of parchment. The tankard slips in his grasp, and he spills ale down the front of his trousers. He gawks down at himself in horror.
1,000 times I practiced my speech. Mera. Never did it go this poorly.
You were saying?
I am supposed to be in the business of giving bounties, but I know no one who hunts them.
He stamps his feet, kicking up a spray of spilled ale.
No one will unfurl their sail for my humble payments. But I must start from the bottom and work my way to the top, Ak?
What bounties you got available?
You will take the job? You will take the job.
Yo, dude, I just asked for details.
Agrasim. Something special for my first hunter, then.
He drains the tankard and tucks it under his arm to retrieve his sheaf of notes.
I will start you on Mariel, the mad animancer. She tortures her victims with unspeakable treatments before casting what's left to Berath's will. My contact saw her leaving Port Mage.
I already killed her.
West of Mage Island.
Hold up Muriel's head. She joined the goddess in the death of the Beyond.
My first bounty to pay off.
Hey!
An exciting day for us both.
I know, right?
Maybe it's not much, but as I make more deals, more pyres will be available, Ak.
Alright, what else you got?
I finally managed to land the rights to a bounty of value. You may not like it. There is a thirsty drake who roosts near an oasis northeast of Mage Island. The local tribes call him Purakeo.
Oh, no? Maybe I killed a different drake.
Even so, they have no love for this water thief.
Alright. I'll return with his head.
Dim in the lantern.
Oh? Nice and quiet.
Of course.
Okay. Alright. Let's talk to the dude upstairs that Zurin so kindly told me was actually a sidekick, and I missed that part of it, or I didn't talk to him enough. And we need to also talk with the courtesan that knew the guy that robbed the lady of the 5,000 gold. That's her. Good thing I didn't rob her and not reload the game.
Meet me in my room if you'd like to hear a verse or two.
Well, you just left your room. There you go.
Have you come to hear some verse?
How much for your time?
100 copper pans. A reasonable fee to experience the sublime words of Adir's greatest poets.
Ugh.
Come, lay your head on my breast. I will read to you the work of my favorite poet.
Let's ease into
Skilba.
this. Tell me about yourself.
It's futile to attempt to summarize the whole of a person in simple words.
Oh gosh.
How to capture their dreams.
You would love social media.
The desires of another. Their feel and taste. But I appreciate your curiosity nonetheless. I am an actor. Trained from childhood. Difficult for you to believe, I'm sure. My troupe were my family, and we traveled the whole of the Adir Empire, performing the classic literatures to cheering audiences.
Oh my god, too bad you didn't do something productive. It sounds a pleasant life.
The work was good when the crowds were grateful, and their pockets swelled with coin. I found a more dependable application of my talents here. To touch the hearts of others with my voice. I could not give that up.
Alright, Khan's looking for someone named Oswald. Sound familiar?
I'm sure I don't know who you're talking about. Now please leave.
Diplomacy. What if he's in danger? Don't you care about his well-being?
If I knew a man named Oswald, and if that man was in danger, I would still decline to be involved. Now, is there something else I can do for you?
Wait, can I just, like, loop back around? What's your problem with Khan?
Oh, her. Yes, she is persistent, isn't she? She barged in and began asking me all sorts of inappropriate questions about my customers. She grew incensed when I asked her to leave. She's no longer welcome in my room. I do hope she's not a friend of yours. Her manners are atrocious. I'm sure I don't know who you're talking about. Now, please leave.
Lie, streetwise. Wait, hold shift for... Oh, okay. Oswald's run up a debt with the wrong folks. I can help him, but I need to know where he's gone.
That explains quite a lot.
She chews on a knuckle, brow furrowed, deciding whether she should trust you. Then she sighs heavily and gives you a sheepish smile.
Oswald has visited oft of late. He's a sentimental old man, and he longs for the words of our homeland, Adir. I would often read the old epics to him in their original
Is he stuffed in the
Elder
closet?
He's grown paranoid recently, however, always muttering about the shadows following him and other such nonsense. It was quite unnerving, frankly. He came to me in a panic a few days ago and shoved his journal into my hands. He told me he'd be back for it, but I've not seen hide nor hair of him since. I wonder, perhaps his journal would help you find him. Here, take this key. You'll find the journal in my armoire.
We're right next to your armoire. Just hand it to me. Okay. All right. Quick save.
Consider it done.
Yeah, I'm gonna take your clothes too. All right. Give the journal to Khan. What does the journal say? Oh, it's poetry. Okay, yeah, I'll let Khan decrypt that. Okay, let's see what's going on out here. Constantine.
Back to ease your weary bones, huh? Massage? Bath? Whatever you need. Just ask.
How'd you end up here?
Oh, you don't want to hear about that.
Indulge me.
Truth be told, my real passion is pottery. Trouble is, I got these big hands. Not meant for delicate work.
I don't know who the voice actor for this guy is, but he sounds like my kind of person. Just, you can hear the smile. He turns his hands palm up for you to inspect. Just one is easily large enough to cover your entire face.
Worked out in the end, of course. Now I specialize in relieving tension in a Maua and death godlike.
Perception. You seem bored.
I guess I can't hide my feelings as well as I thought I could. The stability's good and all, but I haven't seen anything that gets my blood pumping in ages. You know what I mean?
What's life without a little excitement?
Doing the same old thing day in, day out. It's enough to make a man leap from the nearest window.
You could come with me.
Where to?
His large hands previously dancing with restless energy still. You know that 700-foot tall statue made of Audra? I'm going after it.
No kidding.
He nearly drops a bottle of massage oil in his excitement.
I like to see something like that for myself. Do you think I could come with you? Just for a bit.
Grab your things, buddy. Let's go.
Hell, you don't have to tell me twice.
It is ridiculous how easily I just recruited this masseuse to go into combat. He's a chanter or a barbarian? It is, Pillars. 13th star. We already have a pure chanter. Oh wait, subclass Scald? Hold on. Let me preview the barbarian tree. Frenzy, of course. Rifle Eye. Does cleave damage. I'm guessing you can't have like a ranged barbarian. What is this? Slash armor rating, crush armor rating, pierce armor rating, 1 to enemies engaged. He was very bored massaging peeps. Yes, apparently. Apparently a masseuse is just a barbarian subclass. Which is funny in and of itself. He's having a routine companion a merc. If you were going to use him, it's probably better to just recruit a merc. What's Skull to do? 50% chance on weapon crit to gain +1 phrases. Chainer offensive invocation abilities cost -1. Non-offense cost +1. Alright. Let's just leave him as a chanter. And leave him out here. Interesting. And this is the lady who's into, like, BDSM, right?
You are a glutton for punishment, I see. I will give you an experience you won't soon forget.
How much for your time?
300 copper. I know it's a bit more than most, but my service is like nothing you will find anywhere else in Neketaka.
I'm so scared right now. Tell me about yourself.
I must assume the question beneath your question is how a fire godlike came to find herself in a place such as this.
She leans back against a wall of chains.
Perseverance. Being as I am, I have been forced to find it for myself. Now I teach it to others. To live in a world as a thinking, feeling creature, it is difficult. It demands strength, but we cannot always be strong. I help those who have lost their strength to find it again.
She wraps a chain around her arm and tugs. The steel links grow red with forge fire where they touch her skin. Woo! Do you actually get anything for doing any of this, like, naughty stuff? Like, do you get like +1
Leave it to
survival for surviving the chains? We gotta find out, guys. I'm gonna save the game.
You are a glutton for... I will give you an experience you won't soon forget.
Let's get to it.
Very well. Remove your clothing and shut the door.
I kind of wanted to keep my armor on for this. She runs a hand along freshly polished stalks while she waits for you to comply with her orders. Oh no, I'm so scared. My party's gonna think less of me.
You may leave.
What? You may leave? Wait a minute. Curse of Atrophy, -10 might? What the poop? Rabuna's Boon, 1 dex, 1 might, 2 resolve. Hold the phone. When did I get Curse of Atrophy, and how do I unget it? Oh wait, I remember. It was like a totem in the fight with the Zarips, right? All right, hold on. First, I'm gonna undo that buff. I think I had a sigil in my bag or something that had something to do with that. You need to rest. First, let me check my bag. I think there was an item in my bag that might have been able to get rid of it. Sigil of Atrophy Wardstone. Immune to Sigil of Atrophy attacks. Okay, but it doesn't cure it. Alright, shoot. Okay. Alright. So let's go downstairs and I guess rest, and then we'll keep looking around. I guess I'll just rest if it's free to rest in the common room. Alright. Alright, Jintel!
You see anything?
Oh, I can rest in the masseuse room? Okay, that's done. Excellent. The atrophy's gone. Man, I don't know how long I had that on me. Okay. I'm resisting the urge to like remake a new character right now, like to hire a new one. I mean, really the best time to do that though is right after a level up. So I could wait a little bit. When do I meet the next person? I feel like I'm overdue for meeting another person, another companion. Well, I reloaded the game to get my money back after I saw the buff 13th, so I didn't have it anymore, so it's okay. Alright.
Too much salt in the air. Not even
what's your deal?
my Vithrak
Merla. Bishop Hunter taken.
You're complanker net.
Aemia? No sooner do you approach the Valian woman that she squints and turns up her nose, regarding you with thinly veiled distaste. You totally look like a "can I see your manager?"
I only deal with serious clients. Now, shoo.
What sort of business are you in?
Not the business of answering questions, Nazenale. Madiko. But it is impossible to find skilled work when every competent freelancer wastes their shore leave in the wild mare. When blood travels south of their brains, the value of a good bounty is forgotten.
You give out bounties? I could take some.
You, a nameless face of the streets? I do not make a habit of shepherding new talent, but... there is a seed of potential.
She sighs to herself and peers over your shoulder before giving up and addressing you directly.
We will cut your teeth on Biakara, a Huana sailor and would-be patriot who plagues company ships.
I'll take it.
Gelarte. Biakara sails a voyager's scale of Tangaloa off of Hasongo's northeastern coast.
Okay. Cool. I like bounties. I'll take another bounty. Alright.
The Hazanui is at the palace, blaming the Valians for attacking one of their ports.
Well, did they?
Of course.
Valian Trading Company headquarters.
We must calm them down before they go to
Cobbler.
war.
Okay. I guess let's check out the... well, no. I thought those paths connect. They do not. Alright, we're almost done with this section of the city, it looks like.
Sure.
Oh man, can I go into the sewers? You dug down into the canal and find yourself kneeling before an iron grate. The reek of sewage wafting from the other side is powerful enough to bring tears to your eyes. The iron bars are set firmly into the surrounding brick, barring passage outward. Inspect. It appears solid, but exposure to the elements has worn away the surrounding brickwork. The bars extend deeper than these evident fractures, and prying the grate loose would take considerable effort. Let's leave that alone for now. I don't need to be climbing through poop right this second. Oh. Can't just go in there. Okay, maybe another time. Let's see what's going on up here.
A giant? One of the raccoon? No, much bigger. Such as the rumor.
In the market for decent footwear? You won't find any cat leather around in my shop. Some of us hold ourselves to a higher standard.
Cat leather. Let's see what you got.
Course.
Let's see. Boots of stealth. Terms of stride wonders on. Okay.
Sounds like sailor tales to me.
Alright. What's up here on this little watchtower? Okay. So other than the Violent Trading Company HQ, we've scoped out like every building in this section of town. What the?
Can't make a dent.
Random?
Meat. Hogwash. Let's go.
Wait, they seal.
That dog won't hunt.
Why are those whelps not attacking? There we go. Imps out of freaking nowhere. You have gained reputation with Neketaka.
Not a problem.
Because I killed imps in their city? Where's the guy who went running? You want to thank me for that? I guess not. Alright. Let's tap that quick save. Oh my. So there's nowhere else I can go right now? Okay. Look at the boat. Alright, so what do we do right now? I was hoping to meet another companion in here. Hey, Zurin, are you still here? Did I miss any companions while I was in this section of the city? Let's see, Bounty Parakaru. What's the main quest? Free to look for the Kahanga Palace in the Serpent's Crown District. It says I'm not allowed to go there. Can I talk to a guard? Nope. Maybe I have to go through the sewer after all. Let's see if I can go through the sewer into one of the other sections of town. Alright, look for structural weakness. You spot some telltale signs of corrosion between the bars and the brick. Now that the defect is apparent, the work of bending the bars would prove a less demanding challenge. You need to leave through the north or the east exit. Okay, well, I'm already here, so let's see what's in the sewer. Use a spell to melt the bars. Noxious Burst. The arcane glow and recitation cause a din, but luckily your efforts don't draw any unwanted attention. One of the bars melts from the masonry, and you use a minimal exertion to pull it free. It slips into the water with a hiss of cooling metal. Climb through. You carefully squeeze through the opening, steeling yourself for what comes next. In the darkness of the tunnel, you hear quiet retching. You press on with offered sympathies. As you progress through the tunnel, a change in the air pressure catches your attention. There's an opening above your head. The walls are slick and coated with waste, but you find handholds carved in either side of a narrow passage leading up. You haul yourself out of the pit toward freedom, and through the toilet of the Valen Trading Company HQ. Oh, gods. We smell nasty. There's 1 or 2 more sidekicks and 1 more companion to have, but they are in different districts. Okay. So if I have an idea for a new character, maybe after the next level up, I should just go ahead and make them. Alright. The lighting in here makes for a flattering reflection. Numerous guests appear to have carved their names into the wooden frames of this painting.
I see a soul in the darkness.
No!
Ah.
Oh, crap. Your chance to use so for both sidekick, Cypher, Rogue. Alright, I could start a fight with this guy. I'm sure I could murder a bunch of people in here. I don't want to really do that. Last time I did something like this, I ended up fighting the entire pirate city of Dead Point, or whatever it's called, or Deadlight, and ended up killing the entire city. And I don't want to do that, because I was told, I think by Zurin, that in that process I killed like 2 key characters. Don't really want that. So Zurin, you haven't met that ranger person that's on the loading screen yet, it sounds like? You know what, hold on. Let me see. Pillars of Eternity to Companions. Let me see. Maya Rua, Ranger and Rogue. Kahunga Palace in the Serpent's Crown area of Neketaka. Palagina somehow. Seraphim we've got. Zadi we got. Tekehu, Druid Chanter, Water Shapers Guild, and Pariki's Outlook of Neketaka. A Ranger / Rogue. Okay. And we've already got Aloth and Adir. Everyone else is a sidekick. So, okay.
Leave it to me.
Alright. In the palace. Alright, so let's try... You said we were told to leave via the east or the north gates. So that works in the same way that Pillars 1 did. Up until this moment, I haven't had to leave through certain city exits. East. Alright, that allows us to go to the Gullet. Hold on, where was the last companion at? Maya Rua. Let's see, Maya Rua was... I just want to know which zone they're in. Serpent's Crown. Tip top, okay. Alright, so we're going to go through Pariki's Outlook if we want to go there as soon as possible and take a look at that. So, road north. If I've got this right. Cool, okay. Alright, Pariki's Overlook. Alright, while that's loading, I'll be right back. 10 seconds. Don't count. Okay. I had to adjust my thermostat.
I'm having some disturbing dreams. Makes it hard to sleep.
Is that Oh no, I thought that was Palagina for a second. Kulsi's exotic herbs. Oh, speaking of herbs.
Not a problem.
Dark cupboard. Is this the kind of game where these people are like asleep right now? Water Shapers Guild for the Druid Chanter.
To interfere in Rawatai's business. Hawana culture isn't business, you company drudge.
I don't give two pyres for your tribal pride, and I wager that Arkemir cares even less.
If this is what passes for Rautai in diplomacy, Razanui has bigger problems.
Admiral?
If you've come to see Arkemir, you're too late. He left the estate on wizard business.
Wizard business?
Arkemir could be drinking Koiki wine with dead kings. There's no finding him if he doesn't want to be found.
What did you want with Arkemir?
The wizard got his hands on a Huana tablet.
I just butted into their
the
conversation.
Harapo epic. I came to reclaim it for Rauatai. In the middle of my negotiations, this little pest showed up with a claim on it.
The Harapo epic belongs to the Huana. The queen sent me to remind you both.
History. An intact primary source is a rare find for the Huana.
Akira, few outsiders can appreciate what such an artifact could mean to our people.
Posturing about cultural value is worthless. We both want the tablet for the same reason.
Wait, is there another reason you both want it? The pair go silent and awkwardly avoid eye contact, focusing in different directions.
There are things better left unsaid.
While I'm standing here, you mean?
Akira, I don't deny it.
Who's Arkemir?
A spellcaster. And a damn good one. He and his apprentice run the Dark Cupboard, a local magic shop.
Why does he have the tablet?
I believe that he had dealings with black market treasure hunters. Not that the queen will implicate him.
She's too preoccupied negotiating with the warmongers at her door.
Alright, what's your plan?
I might as well adjourn to the palace in Serpent's Crown and give Arkemir time to think.
What a load of... You mean to get your hands on that tablet with or without Arkemir? You island rats can barely write your own names, much less a distinguished epic.
Netiti blinks at her in shock and takes a moment to smooth down the creases in her uniform.
Scamper back to the Brass Citadel and spin your own plots. I will happily do the same on my side of the island.
Okay. I suppose I was given an opportunity to pick a side there, but they both seem equally nasty. Oh, stray cat. Jules the cat. What's your power, Jules? +1 to your perception. Gain a bonus to perception, and party members are more effective with healing spells and potions. Oh, it's like the same as the pig, pretty much.
The sea is true home, not smelly mountain. What you want?
An imp? Worthless idiot. What are you doing out here?
Arkemir doesn't let worthless idiot outside after worthless idiot sprayed dung on stupid tablet.
He pooped on the tablet those women wanted?
But Arkemir not home. So worthless idiot watches the ships come in, looks at all the tasty gulls.
You want to set sail and eat gulls? You're welcome aboard my ship. He takes in your words, his eyes widening to the size of moist saucers. A flap of its wings carries it closer to whisper in your ear.
How often you beat your crew, huh?
I don't. Not yet, at least.
No beatings? None? I join crew? I join crew!
The imp flutters in an excited little circle. It points down at the distant shape of Queen's Berth and salivates at the sight of gulls landing on the rigging of the Defiant. Okay, we recruited the imp named Worthless Idiot.
Leave it to me.
You invited the imp to your crew? That's disgusting. Alright. I'm not gonna exit, I just wanted to get Serpent's Crown unlocked on my map. Alright, so let's go to the Water Shapers Guild as Zern recommended and see if we can find the druid. By the way, Reed Rooch, hello, welcome back. I was looking at the font color for who was talking over there, and you blended in with another person, and I didn't notice you there for a hot minute.
Takehu, you have shirked your duties for the last time, I say.
Guildmaster in fine robes stares down the sizable blue-skinned Amawa before her. Students observe the exchange in a loose circle, exchanging whispers.
Guildmaster, be reasonable.
Oh, this is him? He tosses his anemone-like hair, which glows faintly as each bulbous strand settles in place. Oh, he's fabulous.
I skipped one lecture to travel up the mountain. Still, the palace is closed until you present me before Onikaza.
He crosses his arms and raises one eyebrow. The murmurs of the crowd grow in volume.
You went alone. I asked for patience, but as usual, you make a trench out of a tide pool.
Say nothing? Actually, that's not me. This sounds important, or controversial, or both.
Akira, it's always both where this one is concerned.
My patience wears thin, old shark. You have stifled me enough for one trip through Rakuhu's bowels.
In spite of their obvious age difference, Takehu raises an instructive finger to the guildmaster. She flares her nostrils and takes a deep breath. Aloth gives you a pained look.
I say Ngati weeps at her petulant spectacle of a child.
He's the child of Nagati? Andra? Goddess of the sea?
Akira, the significance is clearer to some than others.
For a water shaper who treasures his duty to the goddess, you spend too many days cavorting at the brothel.
The guildmaster sidesteps Takehu and takes long strides away from the circle. Sparing another glance at Takehu, the crowd disperses.
Insufferable. Did you need something? Or is it enough to bask in perfection?
Oh my gosh. I take it you and the guildmaster don't get along?
Kira, I bring art to the Guild of Water Shapers, but they do not tolerate expression here. What I am is to blame, I say.
A godlike?
Just so. Blessed and cursed at birth, I say. Water shaping is Ngati's gift to the Huana.
Hey man, Animal, how's it going, man?
Savior to the tribes.
Let's see. Sounds like they put a lot of pressure on you.
The only question is, do I return to my duties, or while away a few hours in the bathhouse?
The bathhouse. Definitely the bathhouse.
The waters are fine, I say. Finer still with company.
Aloth massages his temples, shaking his head.
Hairy company. Your fur will never feel more lustrous.
Oh my god. Sighing to himself, Takehu scans you up and down. He casually clears his throat and glances away. He wants my rat body. Say nothing.
Time alone is never wasted, I say.
I could use a rowdy fish like you on the Defiant if you'll have a watcher at the helm.
A watcher? And here I am, used to being the freak of Pariki's overlook.
He rests a hand on his hip and grins.
What does a watcher do?
I commune with the spirits of the dead.
Ikera. Just so. I say I am no sailor, and I know even less about death. I am an artist.
He stirs his finger through the air, drawing together droplets of moisture into an orb of water that float over his palm.
My peers do not understand. Water shaping to them is like studying calligraphy. To brew ink and sort parchment.
He lets the orb fall to the ground and splash at his feet. Well, I'm curious to see what you can do.
The tide brings unexpected gifts. You are not unknown to me, I say. Whispers of an Adra Colossus reach my ears, and louder whispers of a corpse who follows him. What will you do when you catch up to this walking god?
Let's see. Aothas needs to answer for his actions.
As do many mortals in the Deadfire. It seems the gods are no different. If it untangles me from the guild's apron strings, then you can mount me as the figurehead of your fair ship.
Oh my god.
Our quarters may smell of fish before long, but your crew will be more beautiful by association, I say.
Aloth rolls his eyes.
Fish smell would be an improvement. Glad to have you.
Lead on. It will be good to put some distance between myself and the guild, even if we find less savory places along the way. A fair warning, Captain. Ngati gifted her favorite son with more than his stunning complexion.
Are you hiding an anglerfish lure under that rope? I'm gonna ask it. Are you hiding an anglerfish lure under that rope?
Leave the lure out of this, Captain. I say you will learn. In time.
He winks, his eyes suddenly as dark as beads of polished onyx. Okay. What do we got? Druid, Water Shaper, Enchanter, Storm Speaker? Okay. Unique to the Huana, Water Shaper Druids possess a special affinity with water in all its forms. Ancient tradition taught only to select members of blah 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 blah. Gain Andra's Whip Druid spell. Huh. Summon Andra's Whip. A whip-like entity. Oh, I can't click it. Okay, so this... Does he get a shapeshift? Spirit Shift Shark. Draw upon the druid's natural connection to the shark, temporarily allowing them to assume that form. What, are you gonna flop around on land? Okay. Two-hand style. Frost and water spells cast this way are foe only. Lose access to fire and creature druid spells. What, so he can't summon stuff? Who likes that? Blizzard? Okay. What about Storm Speaker? Learn select spells at new power levels and may cast them as invocations. Lose access to all summons. What is wrong with you? Why are you hating on summons? And everything is two-handed. Resistance to resolve. Will. Eyes open and vengeance rain down. Electricity. Foe AoE. Not felt by the axe. So it's all buff, 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 buff. At third level, he can cast Chill Fog, foe AoE only. That's the thing. All of his water are still foe AoE only from Druid. I mean, more Chanter buffs don't hurt, but it's still kind of odd. Let me see the Druid stuff again. Chill Fog. Where do you see foe AoE only? Oh, Frost and Water spells cast this way are foe only. Got it. Got it. Alright, well, let's try Theurge, so he's got both things. Let's see what this guy can do. Alright.
Farewell.
I should have taken Alos's gear first, I guess.
Look no further.
Okay, he wants to say something. As you turn to Takehu, a shadow passes over your vision. You feel a tug from somewhere deep within his soul. A faint ripple creases the air between you two like a forest of ethereal kelp. Surrender to the sensation. His soul is vibrant and energetic, almost too lively to occupy its mortal shell. There's a bright thread of energy that trails away from him. You instinctively follow it. You stand in a great hall, underwater and cloaked in oppressive shadows. Pillars of coral and bone reach up to the support ceiling that must be hundreds of fathoms away. Chandeliers lit with bioluminescent globes dangle with long ropes swaying in languid tentacular motions. At the farthest end of the hall sits Andra, as tall as a castle keep and leaning forward in her throne. She's adopted the head of an anglerfish and regards you with its globular stare. Her sickle-shaped jaw opens and closes in a rictus of conflicted emotions.
A life without friction or challenge has left the boy in need of guidance.
The voice of Andra pounds at your mind with relentless force.
He thinks himself frail, but my heart beats in his chest. He is stronger than either of you could know.
She claps her hands and the vision shatters, flooding the hall with a deluge of awareness as you return to your senses. Regarding you with a warm smile, Takehu at first seems oblivious to your momentary detachment, then his brow furrows with concern.
Captain, what say? You look a little blue about the gills.
Andra just reached out to me.
Ngati spoke to you.
Skeptical, he cradles his chin and considers.
To leave her son guessing. Oh, this is my tricksome mother through and through.
She seems to care about your well-being.
What mother doesn't? You must be special indeed for Ngati to speak with words. For her people, she lays out cryptic stepping stones hidden in omens. Akira, but send her my fondest wishes.
Alright, let's be off. Okay, what kind of weaponry does he start with? Alright, so he's our level. Stats are average, other than a higher than normal int, which is good for the chanting. Fabulous. Oh, he's got like scales too. Wow. Water Shaper Robe. Base armor 5. Exceptional. That's wild. Alright, what's his weapon? A two-handed rod. Okay, so he is doing ranged attacks. Additional effects. Leaping arc. Ranged attacks bounce 1 time. Huh. What is this? 50% recovery time. Hitting enemy... Oh, so this gives it area of effect. Alright. So I can't activate that right now. Okay. Let's give him the same behavior that we gave everybody else. Let's do one for... Tech. I forget his whole name. Alright, always true. Attack the enemy with the... Where's the lowest health? Lowest health, there we go. And... what was the other stuff he had that was pretty cool? Andra's Whip. And this is like once per fight, right? Alright, let's have him... We'll try out the whip and see how that does. So I think he just casts this and then it's like a 45-second buff on himself and then that's his attack for 45 seconds. I think that's how it works. Distorter. Okay, and what was his chance? And I honestly don't care a lot about those champs. Alright, what is his, resistance to resolve? Alright, let's do this, and then this, and just alternate between those. So use chant A. Dude, what? What the hell? Weird. Okay. All the Frostwater spells. Is it summon? Okay. Like it just sits there and attacks on its own, Zurin? Warua? Young Huana holds out his hands as if to catch an incoming missile. He winces in concentration and an orb of water rises and floats in midair. Sweat drips down his nose. Takehu clears his throat loudly. He flinches, and in that instant, the water loses all shape and splashes on the floor. Crestfallen, he sighs and drops his stance.
Damn it, Takehu, why? I almost had it that time.
Not even close. If you want to achieve the second form, you will need to loosen that posture. Spending a day submerged in the bathhouse always helped me.
Did you need something?
You seem to be having trouble.
I can feel the connection to Andra just like Myru taught me. But there's something missing. Maybe it's my form.
Chanter, hum to yourself. It always helps me concentrate.
Humming, huh? Never fancied myself a musical type. Suppose I'll give anything a try.
Any advice to help our friend here with water shaping, Takehu?
Remain loose, but not too loose. Confine yourself, but spread out at all times.
Oh my gosh.
Like this?
Perfect. Keep at it, and you'll be teaching me the fourth form in no time.
Suppose I'll give anything a try.
Alright. I'm not sure if Takehu's a bully here or if he's a nice senpai. Alright, where are we gonna put Takehu? Oh man, the whole party got scrambled around. That's fine, we'll start him back there. Alright.
Slippery as an ear.
Let's see if Takehu cares that we just robbed his own school.
You have questions for me? Speak up, I say. Ikera, my pleasure. Water shaping is a talent bestowed on the Hwana by the goddess Ngati. Hariki was the first in recent memory to organize the talent into a series of teachable forms. What else would you like to know?
That's it, really.
Nothing will slip past me.
Okay, we're not robbing this place. Oh, wait, that's not stealing. Taraku's reply. For what did you send me away to meditate on the fourth form in uncharted waters, only to summon me back to the Kahanga fleet? A bomb must have gone off in Serpent's Crown, one of revelation, if not black powder. The interruption is a setback. I trust that whatever happens next will propel our people forward. I will sail Pariki's resolve into the waters, where I suspect you need me most and await your orders. I hope the rumors carried upon the waves are to be trusted. I would tell you to send Onizakaza my love, but she knows that it is hers. Tell her that she needs only snap her fingers, and I will be her storm again. Huh.
Consider it done.
Guild of Ruins? Are there any monsters down there? I'm extra surprised if the Water Whip is like a summoned creature Zurin, because like all of his stuff is like, he has all druid spells except summons. He has all chanter invocations except summons. Like, it very specifically said that he did not have those. So I thought he just hated summons.
Him and the lantern. How long do you reckon it takes for a place to end up like this?
What is this? The stone door is sealed shut. A few engraved symbols stand out among the other carvings and inscriptions. Apart from that, you find no evident means of opening the way. A faded inscription is nestled along the elaborate stone carvings. Read it. Hwana runes decorate the stone entrance. Nagati would not have gifted her chosen people a watery covenant unless they persisted in deserving it. The sanctum is a covenant of our making. Only the sigil of the covenant and the words of my devotion will open the way. Push. Okay. I guess I need to find the covenant. There's a couple special water summons which are quite strong. Okay. You had me at summons. I also kind of want to see his shark form and see how well that works. If it's bad, I'll just leave him at range. Oh, I thought this was a dungeon. I guess it's not really. A canoe?
Alrighty.
Oh, would you look at this?
Are you guys going to be pissed if I disarm this trap? No! Oh my. Can't do it.
Say, friend. The guild's sanctum has seen better days.
What do you do here?
Simply a caretaker. I dust off Pariki's tomb and try to keep the place tidy. Caring for the guild hall usually means drying off when others get wet in practice.
Yeah. What's behind the stone door by the staircase?
A sanctum for master water shapers, I say. No students or outsiders allowed. I have never been there myself. Myru assures me the room has no need of cleaning.
Alright.
Something I can do?
Okay, that was weird. When I had the party selected, it sent her over, and she is not a trap disarmer, to disarm it, and that's why it failed. But Adir is the trap disarmer, and he was able to do it just fine.
Not a problem.
Let's see. Looks like I'm allowed to take stuff off these shelves. I will do so gladly. Something about this room and the layout reminds me of Orcs Must Die 2. I don't know if anyone else here's ever played that.
Already on it.
Underwater lake? Oh, it's shallow. I can walk through this. The tunnel descends sharply into the murky waters. There's no telling just how far into the mountain it goes. Okay. Oh wait, is he immune to wading through water?
Twice.
Yeah, he is. I mean, it kind of makes sense, I guess. He's son of this world's Poseidon. Interesting. Alright, alright.
Zero.
I guess I missed something there. Interesting. I wonder if I spend some time in the AI interface, because he's got, so this thing here, it's a area of effect, but 50% slower attack speed. I wonder if I can set up the AI to activate that whenever there's more than one target and turn it off when there's only one target. I have to look into that later. Alright, back out into the main city. Okay. Archimir's Manor. So those other two ladies wanted something going on in here. Take 3 lockpicks to get in if I want to do that now. A Mida?
Quench your thirst on the way up the mountain?
What do you serve?
Spirits and the like? No one this side of the slope will scorn you for a little indulgence. Between us, folks tend to linger and spend coin in parikis when they've had a few.
Show me what you got. Why does he have a golden coin on his head? Oh, that's whoever you have selected. Got it. Alright.
Not a problem.
Is the dark cupboard open for business? I kind of hope I get into a fight sometime soon. I like the city, but we're not even 50% of the way through all the zones in the city. It's been a while since we beat something
all
up.
Wizards hate natural light.
Construct. Like spices. Shop imp.
I got nowhere else to turn. Stonehill is going to kill me.
Don't drag me into your mess, Berteno. Not again.
Then you leave me no
Alright,
choice.
cool.
I'm sorry.
Hey, come back with that. Madiko.
What's up, Shop Imp?
Shop Imp, greetings.
The imp mutters something dark and hateful under its breath. It regards you with narrow, wandering eyes and flared nostrils. What was that?
Buy something.
He makes a rude gesture. Why are you so hostile?
It's not hostile. It's just imp.
The imp, he aims a fearful glance toward Facina and lowers his voice.
Is imp and is sad.
New sags, wrinkles, and edges grow definition.
Facina spends too much time away from shop, leaving me to fend for self. His bad enough master won't let me leave stupid shop.
Why do you think Facina spends so much time away?
She hates her work, hates Archimir, hates me. Reason enough.
So you're not angry at all?
Imp's complicated. Kids think we have two big emotions, angry and happy.
He smacks his lips and stumbles on the longer, more nuanced words.
But Kith can't smell imp spray. Jovial spray, melancholy spray,
Ew.
creative spray, imp spray all over everything.
A little puff of foul-smelling effluvia wafts out of an orifice not evident a second ago.
Go on, I don't care.
Alright. A bunch of books. Just scrolls, bunch of spells. Oh, what's this? 2-hand quarterstaff. Longer attack range. Ring of Focus Flame. Singing Scimitar. Finale. Empowering an invocation returns 3 chanter phrases. 2% stacking attack speed bonus for each held chanter phrase. Interesting. There's a unique, hold on. There's a unique grimoire on him here. You can steal the staff and the unique grimoire from the shelves if you want. The singing scimitar is great. Vacation feels refreshing. Returns to each other. There's a chance to return in PowerPoint. Oh wow! So you can just empower finales over and over and over. Grant's Companion's Prelude. That's cool. The thing it 2% second. So this would be good to be tank weapon for my tank chanter, because everyone else is using range stuff. All right, well, you've sold me. It's definitely pretty good. What's this thing do? Medium shields. Combat only. +1 health restored per 6 seconds. So very low health regen to all nearby allies. Once per fight. That's still pretty good. Okay, what did someone say about stealing? You can steal the staff and the unique grimoire from the shelves if you want. I want. A bridal garter. Constitution, resisted dex. Okay. I don't know if you've noticed, but each item has unique upgrades. You can upgrade the healing. Yeah, I've not spent a lot of time looking at that.
Real quiet now.
Need a hand? Can do.
Ah! Oh shoot, I need a dare for that.
Well, all done.
Fortune for a pun, good sir?
Thanks. See, grow the vapors when it provides an extra daily casting expense of each time you get hit if it interrupts. Go away, shop imp! Alright, what's this thing?
Salutations. Do you wish to hear your fortune?
The puppet in the box cocks his head to the side and stares at you with a vacant expression. I wish I was big. Oh my god. For anyone who doesn't know, that's a reference to an old Tom Hanks movie called Big. That's how it starts. I wish I was big. He opens and closes his mouth, his eyes shifting left and right in a manner that seems purely mechanical.
I don't know what you expect me to do about that. Apologies. But thank you for sharing all the same.
Give 1 copper. I'd like to hear my fortune. His puppet's eyes close and he steeples his fingers. You hear gears whirring and clicking inside the box. His eyes reopen, this time with an amber glow.
I see a bucket. No, a ship. You're going to embark on a journey very soon. Or have you already? If you encounter a man in a hat, you must be careful not to speak to him. The consequences are too dire. I can see no more. Unless you give me another pyre.
Okay. Amusing. Not what I need.
Yeah?
Ah, the freaking imp.
Happy
Alright.
to oblige.
The imp's just gonna follow my people around, right? So I think I gotta split them up.
Need a hand?
Woo!
Ready when you... I'm on it.
Yeah? Yeah?
The shop imp seems a bit too smart.
Just say the word. Already on it.
Oh! Oh man, that was close. Stop quick save.
Good thinking.
Can I, like, talk to a robot to distract it? No. I mean, we got the grimoire.
Yeah? Why not?
Uh-huh.
Oh, did we get it? I think I got it. Nice! 2 and a quarter staff, blah 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 blah. +2 to all plant ability power levels. Grimoire of Vaporous Wizardry. How do I get to the enchant spot? I'm confused. Damage causes an interrupt, grants extra spellcast. Oh, I guess it doesn't really matter. I'm not using the wizard right now. Okay, what is this? The horned bones of a godlike. The plaque simply reads, "Shoplifters beware." Oh god. Too late. I shoplifted. Now what?
Leave it to me.
Weak and quiet.
That flaccid batso.
Flaccid. The young wizard clutches the countertop, looking as if she's either going to vault over it or snap it in half.
You had none of that.
The imp mutters to himself in a dark, guttural tone.
That's what I thought. What am I going to do? Think, Facina.
She grabs a fistful of her hair and sighs. What was that about?
My postenago of a lover stole Rokawa's fingers. The master will kill me if I don't get them back. He must have wanted to raise some fast coin. Arkemir will flay me alive over those damned gloves.
Arcana. Strange the constructs didn't attack him for stealing.
Is it strange? I don't know. Go consult Arkemir's grimoire if you're that curious.
Why are the gloves important?
You do not know Arkemir, do you? He is as cheap as a Wodican clerk. Whatever he loses from those gloves, he will take out on me. Somehow.
If you can get me inside his manor, I'll get your gloves back.
I cannot tell if you're stupid. Or very, very stupid.
She shakes her head slowly, weighing the matter.
Bring me the gloves and I'll give you the key to the front door. And we never had this discussion. Deal?
Deal.
I do not know where Berteno fences his goods, but he mentioned an appointment at the Bra Citadel docks.
Yellow and red are fine, you can still steal? Huh.
He mentioned that he owes money to a Raotayan captain named Hamuto Stonehill. Not someone to cross, I hear.
Alright. Can we talk about the shop imp?
I hate him from horn to hoof. More than once I've caught him smearing feces all over our selection of clothes. Not that this should dissuade you from buying one.
I think he's sad because you spend time away from the shop. In a strange way, I think he likes having you around. She studies you, weighing your words with a doubtful if interested expression.
No. We are talking about the same little flying stinker? Maybe I ought to be nicer to the little thing. We both hate Arkemir, so we have that much in common.
What do you have for sale? Alright, is this the same stuff that the imp was selling? Yep, there's the singing scimitar. Which costs a lot of money. You're in spell cache. Let's see, enchant. Nurturing light. At night, the light's heal becomes more powerful. Allies can receive increased defenses. Alright, so lots of cool stuff, basically. Alright, does the imp like that I talked about it?
Facina much nicer lately. Said hello before she kicked me. Progress, eh?
Okay. Let's see, can I do anything up in the living quarters? I'm guessing Arkemir's not up here, since I just bargained to get his key for the next door place. Alright, what do we got?
It's mine now.
Oh, I guess this is just the ladies' living quarters.
I can be quiet if you can.
Well, as long as I don't get caught. All done.
Trollhide belt, health regeneration.
Just say the word.
What's your belt? Resistance. Stride. Yeah, sorry, your survival. Resistance. You've got the lower hit points, so I guess let's give it to you. Oh, let's see. Power. What was power surge? This one to all power levels. Oh, once per rest though. The one intellect though is nice for a chanter. So let's go ahead and give that to you. Should I give him a hat? Oh, oh, that's right. He's a godlike. Hat's not allowed. That's right. That's right. That's right. All right.
Not a problem.
Oh, what? The window overlooks the streets of Pariki's Overlook. The second floor of Archimir's Manor is just across the way. The right tool and a practiced throwing arm could make crossing the gap a manageable feat. Study the distance. Anyone with decent climbing experience could secure grappling hook from this distance. Let's not deal with that right now. Potion of the Attuned Self. Fasten his journal. That updated the journal. The misery of this apprenticeship, Madiko. Arkhamir saves only the most tedious errands for me. If I'm not going to learn anything from this trial, I must find some way to steal enjoyment from it. Whenever Arkhamir claims to be deep in study, I will find him wandering the halls wearing an illusory face to trick his imps. Fools them every time. Sometimes I think he came to the Deadfire to be alone with those nasty things, and he spites me for getting in the way of his fun. Shortly after he left town, I stole one of the robes he kept in his bedroom. The imps thought I was their master, fed me cheese and ale for the rest of the afternoon. Of course, I returned to the robe when I was done. Maybe it's not too late to start enjoying myself. So if I get a robe from his house, the imps will think I'm Arkhamir? Seems to be how it is. Or maybe I could just give the journal to Arkhamir and be like, oh, hey, yeah, your apprentice did all this stuff. You should like me now. Okay. I think we're done in here. Until I get a lot of money. And then I can come back for those other goodies. Okay.
Hey, Shodi. Those dreams of yours, they still getting to you?
I can deal with the dreams, for better or worse. What makes me sweat is the not knowing. What happens when I stand face to face with my God, and he reveals what he intends for me? What if it's not as I thought?
Yeah, I've had thoughts like that for a long time. Except now I'm worried about what he intends for the world.
Whatever it might be, at least we'll face it together.
Oh gosh. Still got a lot to do here, but okay. I mean, if I get another person I like, they're going to replace Adir in the party. Because like I said, Adir is just range DPS and mechanics right now. So if I get this ranger that you're mentioning, I'm going to respec the mechanics if they don't have it already, and they're going to take Adir's spot. Serpent's Crown. A ship just returned to the great harvest of Quiki fruit from the northern tribes. The prize share, okay. She 100% replaces the... Okay, wow. It says there's a shop here, but I guess the merchant's asleep right now or something? Walk to the bottom floor of the palace and explore after. Oh my gosh. Natehi.
Akira, we meet again.
I have questions about the tablet.
Akira, I say the relevance of the Harapo epic can't be overstated. It could prove a touchstone for the Huana It could even... Sorry. You go ahead.
Why is it so important to you?
It is important to all who call the Deadfire home. I only tell you this because I know you can be trusted. The epic is supposed to contain information on Ukaizo.
Mythical island rumored to be somewhere in the Deadfire archipelago. Okay.
Nothing as dramatic as a set of coordinates, but anything helps. Stories are also important to the Huana. Much of who we are is still missing.
Did you know about the epic before it fell into Arkamir Sands?
Akira, from the Journal of Rakua, an explorer who found the tablet on a remote island some 20 years ago. Unfortunately for Rakua, the most we found of her was her journal among the flotsam of a shipwreck.
Why is the Royal Deadfire Company so interested in the tablet?
They think the tablet can show them.
She stops herself, weighing her words with care.
The way to Ukaizo.
Why are you whispering? You just told me that.
Akira, it's a mythical island, but that isn't stopping any of us from rushing to claim it first.
What could the epic tell you about the Huana?
The story could speak to the values and beliefs of our ancestors. The language structure, narrative voice, and use of metaphor can tell us something about the time of its inscription.
She touches her bottom lip and glances off to the distance.
We could even... I've lost you, haven't I? Akira, I tend to go Akira. The pleasure is mine.
She's like a Pokemon. So, Akira, all the time. Alright, let's see. Bottom floor of the palace.
Hold a moment. You may visit the palace and its shrine, but be warned. The Queen meets with trading company Vipers. Take care you are not bitten.
I'll keep that in mind.
They are in the throne room through the door behind me. If you should lose your way, follow the shouting.
What a terrible guard. Yeah, the Queen's that way. If you want to go assassinate her, you're right over there. Take your first left. Zoran, is there a way, like when you're at an inn or something, to access the inventories of your non-active characters? Or do you have to like move them in the party, get what you need from their bag, move them out of the party, and so on?
While I am flattered by the esteemed Hazanui's confidence, I must wonder how my people are meant to have destroyed an entire colony overnight.
The valiant dignitary aims a withering look across the aisle. A middle-aged woman with a square jaw and tar-stained teeth meets it.
You tell us. It's no coincidence that your outpost at Port Mage survived the recent storm.
She pulls a slender pipe from her pocket, but at a look from the Queen's attendants, she puts it away.
You speak as if I could command the tides. While you are casting your blame in a wide net, why not look to our Kahanga allies? We do not share their talent for shaping water.
A sizable Almawa standing by the throne takes a bold step forward. I like how he's shaping water right now. Look what I can do! By the throne takes a bold step forward and flares his nostrils at the assembled dignitaries. A hush falls over the room.
I say our guest forgets himself.
He clears his throat and sweeps his gaze from Nero to the rest of the room.
Brother, stand down.
Up to this point, the Queen has studied the proceedings with an even expression. She half rises from her throne as she fixates on Prince Aruihi.
You are the one who mistakes my throne room for a sparring arena. I say this is beneath us.
As Aruihi lowers his head, the Queen slowly centers her gaze on you and leaves it there.
An interesting visitor in difficult times. You cannot be here to deliver a favorable omen.
I was gonna say, her voice is echoey. Though her mouth doesn't move, Onakaza's voice comes to you like an insistent memory nestled among your surface thoughts. Shake your head.
The gods remember the honest, and so do I. Allow me to apologize as I toss you before the wolves.
What? Though she turns to the dignitaries, you still feel her attention on you.
This one is a watcher blessed by Tangaloa. I suspect that many of our questions about Hasongo will soon be answered.
Bareth. Okay. Alright. If it pleases the court, I've journeyed from a crippled Port Mage.
I know this one.
His parlor tricks frightened 10 years of every sailor in Queen's Berth.
Raising her hand for silence, Onakaza looks to her brother. He approaches and they exchange a few words too quietly to hear. She lifts her gaze to you once more.
We assembled to discuss the darkening of Hasongo, one of Rawatai's colonies. Watcher, it seems you have the floor.
Port Mage suffered dissimilar damage when Aethys passed through.
Huh. What sailor's tale is this?
There's no sane explanation for what's been happening. You keep waiting for one, it'll be too late.
Does tilling the soils of the Eastern Reach drive all men mad? You sound as crazy as the Dawnstar Dreamers.
Oh, there's the bird. Is this the ranger? She looks at a deer the way one would look at an especially rabid but fascinating animal.
Have you not heard the rumors, Karu? An Adra Colossus marching across the sea. Sailor tales, but credible ones.
He crosses his arms, looking distinctly uncomfortable.
How came a Watcher from half the world away to be involved in these happenings? Enlighten the court.
Alright, so I feel like if I say the gods sent me, they're gonna think I'm insane. So I'm gonna say, Aethys emerged from beneath Caed Nua, my castle. He made this personal. Silence descends on the hall. Courtiers and delegates eye one another, seemingly gauging which of them will be the first to laugh. A stern look from Queen Onakaza turns every questioning glance to stone. Can I do the summoning spirits thing in here to show these people I'm the real deal?
Tracking down a god who stands as tall as a mountain. A fisherman with poor eyesight could do this. My priests will trip over their feet to interpret his divine plan. Watcher, can you cut through the din and tell for what he comes to the dead fire?
Yes, I plan on using Adra pillars to track and ultimately confront Aethys.
How resourceful of you. The Isles are studded with enough luminous Adra to bankroll an economy.
She turns a quiet glance in Nero's direction.
I believe our course is clear. We will send the Watcher to Hasongo.
Really? That was not clear to me.
Set sail to the west.
Like, you don't even know my
Neketaka.
name.
I would tell you to keep a weather eye out for a lighthouse, but the God of Light did not appreciate competition. Something to add, Hazanui? You have an eager look about you. She believes herself entitled to my ear, I say.
Onakaza's gaze wanders back to you only briefly.
Only that Hasongo is a Rawatayan outpost. It would be useful for the Watcher to take one of ours along.
She inclines her chin at another woman standing nearby.
Ma'am.
A composed Almawa stands at attention, her furrowed brow cleaving down otherwise warm features. By her feet, a colorful bird preens itself without concern.
Maya's an expert sailor and a better sharpshooter. The best the Brass Citadel has to offer.
She looks you in the eye and gives you a slow nod.
Whatever comes your way, she'll see it first.
If it gets me and Ashiza out of diplomat duty, we'd set sail with a drunk scolder at the helm.
Maya sighs with resignation and nudges her bird affectionately with her toe.
Perfito. Do you mean to stop Aethys by shooting him?
Yes! A lot.
Seri Pelagina will go with the Watcher. Show him how the Republics handle things.
Nero waves airily. The guard behind him coughs politely.
Your Excellency, Palagina Messerai has been banished? She has been seen in Queen's Berth. I can have a report to headquarters.
He forgot he banished her. Nero silences the guard with a withering look and a sharp gesture.
You should feel no obligation to take on additional crew. The choice is yours.
Yeah, I'll take Maya. Always good to have a rifle on hand.
Say the word and I'll shoot the tip off a green boy's nose.
Ashiza looks up at Maya and warbles something agreeable.
You are making a mistake, Watcher. In times like these, trustworthy allies are the most valuable asset of all.
Calm down, Nero. I'm sure you'll get one of your spies in place eventually.
Kana's sister? What? Zurin with the spoilers? What are you doing?
In the meantime, Watcher.
That's pretty
I hope
savage,
you'll
she
meet
just
me
said, by
in
the
the
way.
Brass Citadel. There's more for us to discuss among friendlier company.
She glares briefly at Nero.
I believe we are finished here. Are we here?
Queen Onakaza rises from her throne, and the surrounding guards stand at immediate attention.
Aren't we popular? Take care at Hasongo. The dead fire was overfull before Aethys blundered in. Your allies will use you toward any end. Do not give your trust lightly.
She clears her throat and sweeps the room with her gaze.
I say it is beyond time our guests lick their wounds somewhere else.
He banished the foreign dignitaries with a swift and unmistakably disgusted wave. Alright. I'm guessing the party menu is about to pop up. There we go. Whoa! Ranger, Ranger Rogue, or Ranger Wizard? What? Preview ability tree. Alright, Ranger, Bird Companion. The ability to fly grants birds a natural ability to avoid engagement entirely. All rangers form blah 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 blah. Avoid engagement? Like they can't be hit? That can't be right. Or like they just can't be meleeed? Maybe they can only be hit by AoE attacks or something? Gunhawk, plus 20% range with... Oh, range? Oof. Arquebus, Blunderbuss, Hand Mortar, Pistol. 20% chance to interrupt with an Arquebus. 5% chance to interrupt with Blunderbuss. Gunhawks are a type of ranger unique to Rawatai. Use Hawk Companions. All fire. Okay, that's awesome. That's very awesome. Vicious Companion, 15% damage to pen. Do more damage to penetrate armor. That's okay. Gunner, 20% reload time. I would pick that too. 200 style. That's fine. Combat against concentration. Is that necessary? Wounding Shot deals 20% weapon damage per 3 seconds over 6. Huh. It's raw damage, so it skips. Let's see. Hobbled. They can be hit, but they can't be locked down. Let's see. Heal Companion, 20% health restore for 3 over 6. Takedowns. Instructs the Ranger's Animal Companion to rush the target, knocking it prone. These are all great. I love this. I love everything here. Let me look at the other things. Let's see. If I look at Rogue... Backstab, and backstab is kind of... I mean, having insane range, then backstab only affects if you're less than 2 meters. That seems kind of garbage. I mean, the guile points would be kind of neat for a little bit, but not crazy. Alright, what about Ranger Wizard? Wizard. Armor's Dazzling Lights. She's not like a special wizard class, is she? This 40 deflection. She can get Chill Fog. I just got the Druid, so I've already got like some AoE in the party. I'm tempted to just go pure Ranger, honestly. I mean, there's, unlike many of the other classes, there's a lot of passives here to pour points into that help you out. Upgrade from Play Dead. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do Pure Ranger. Also, I just say there's a crazy Arquebus you can steal. Okay. Yeah, from looking at the options, I really like Pure Ranger. If I hadn't met the Druid guy, I would have gone Ranger Wizard to have some area of effect in the party, but I don't need it. Alright, if she...
While we have the chance.
What? What was that? Okay. What
orders?
Skills? Mechanic. Ugh. I might have to hurry over to a respec person. Yeah, no one here can open locks now. Alright, what's up, lady?
I know exactly what you're thinking.
I sincerely doubt it.
Doubt is healthy. We can work with doubt. You're asking yourself, how did I let the Royal Deadfire Company plant an informant in my crew?
She chuckles to herself, but there's a note of resignation to it.
My superiors might expect me to report in from time to time, but don't read too much into it. You're not the only big thing happening around here. I'm in this for a lot of information, a little diplomacy, and plenty of target practice.
I'm seeking Aothos. I want no part in trading company drama.
Then I look forward to seeing how long it takes before you find yourself in someone's back pocket. Oh, guess you ought to meet the bird. Ishi is smarter than he looks, but don't expect him to do any tricks.
She nods toward the colorful bird of prey hopping around your ankles.
Ishi, come.
She taps her arm with 2 fingers and clicks her tongue. Ishiza simply claws to the ground and investigates some bugs a few graceful hops away. What is this? Insight? Click your tongue like Maya? Cocking his head, Ishiza turns to you with a mixture of curiosity and skepticism.
Takes practice before he'll listen to you properly, but that's a good start. Before we get into deeper waters, I've got a question. You've got a ship and a title. Being captain means more than just wearing a big hat.
I do look good in a hat, though.
Calls to be made.
But I still get the big hat, right? Thank you. Exactly what I was thinking.
Well, naturally. That's your right. A crew can be like family. They can also be like a nest of squalling infants. Let's say your galley cook was fixing to organize the rest of the crew into a mutiny. How would you handle it?
Get ahead of the problem. Compromise with the crew.
Sort it out as equals. Interesting. Of course, the only right answer is the one that works in a given time and place. I just wanted to hear yours.
Awfully specific question.
Stranger things have happened at sea. Believe me. But enough about me. Glad to be aboard, Captain.
Let's be off. Alright.
I'm on it.
Cool. So do I control the bird directly? Yes, I do. Hop, 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 hop. Does she fly during combat? Takedown. So the bird has its own bond, ranger power pool?
I'm listening.
Do they share in power points? Alright, what's her AI? Ranger aggressive. If the target's below 90% health, marked prey or marked for the hunt? Target below 90... Why below 90? Binding roots, thorny roots? Yeah, I'll definitely have to do some work on this. Okay. Alright, well, I like these characters. So we got Maya with her pet Ishiza, and we got Takehu. And we're going to have to fine-tune their stats a little bit, but we can start on that turn. And we get to see him turn into a shark in combat and possibly flop around on land gasping for breath. I've never met a druid whose one animal form was an aquatic one, so that'll be interesting. So I'm going to save the game there, and we're going to pause here for the night and pick up here tomorrow. I might log on before the stream just to do stat work and respec them, but we will pick up right here tomorrow. Hey, Pog, I'm just wrapping up for the night. We've honestly spent most of the stream exploring this massive, massive city that's like 5 zones wide. But we've gotten some new characters in our party, and we're going to fine-tune their stats tomorrow by respecking them. But yeah, that said, thank you all of you for joining me just like every night. It is a genuine pleasure having you all here. If you enjoyed the stream, please consider hitting that follow button to help us grow. If you are new, we stream every single night from 9 p.m. to midnight Eastern Standard Time. I have not missed a day in almost 6 months. Very consistent here. And I always raid somebody else at the end of the stream. So if you're willing, stick around another like 60 seconds. I'm going to find someone to dive bomb right now. If you don't like their stream, you do not have to stay. It's just, the whole thing is just to make somebody happy, and you can see if you like the cut of their giblets. There's one other person streaming PoE2 right now. Let me see if he's actually live. No, he's not. This is why we check. This is actually a premiere. I've never done anything with premieres. All right, here's someone doing PoE 1. Once again, if you don't like it, you don't have to stay. But if you do, then there you go. All right, so the raid will start about 10 seconds after the stream ends. I hope y'all have a good night, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Peace.